haven't gotten rolling. We always agree to play some D&D. Enjoy our shenanigans. But first, roll the intro.
I was gonna say something. I said
We're on.
Welcome back. So let's hear what happened last time on Prismagik, as the party was finishing their route through the mountains, the secret tunnel, if you will.
Stuart's out of town.
Yeah, Stuart's also not, as you can see.
What'd
not
you
here.
do?
I was like on the I'm not used
You're fine, just keep moving.
As you can see, Stuart is not here. He's okay. He's just out of town. He'll be back later. Okay, anyways.
so jealous.
Let's go over what happened last time.
Really going so far.
So, last time Prismagik was finishing their route through a secret tunnel under the mountains of the Draco Peaks, heading for the crash site of the Elix Grace, a legendary skyship lost during the Machine War 80-some years ago, or 60-some. I don't know my own timeline. Forget it. Anyway.
I don't either.
But yes, the party was traveling through the mountains after passing through a Harrigan village secluded in a mountain valley. It was there that they departed from an acquaintance, Braun, who aided you through the woods of the Arbanosh, a fey-ridden wood that was also ruled over by a green dragon you helped save. A more neutral green dragon. He was willing to make you a deal of you can leave the forest if you just get out now, and that worked. So after finishing the travel, going through the mountain pass and everything, you were just on the cusp of leaving it when you ran into not only the tomb or the resting place of a bunch of dead dragon worshippers, cultists. They worshipped some sort of matron you've never heard of, but they also had some treasure for you to acquire. But as you were leaving their sanctum and departing the mountains, heading for an exit, you were assaulted by a bunch of falling icicles coming from above that all of a sudden started to crack due to the slightest little sound created by the party. Those,
I wonder who that was.
I was about to say the clap of those cheeks, man, but I just said it. Anyways, the clap of those cheeks knocked all the ice down, and the party had to run for their lives. Some getting shivved in the ankle by ice, some nearly getting crushed to death.
It hurt.
Yeah. And some finding remnants of long lost and dead metallurgic collective soldiers. These, of course, are the enemies from the Machine War that were long since dead. It seems like these ones had starved and frozen out here in the mountains, as you had just left the exit of the secret tunnel, finding them partially frozen and dead with their machines. Now, before the party could go any further and check out anything else, it was actually Indigo that was attracted to something among one of the dead bodies. A certain device, a piece of technology that the Machine Metallurgic Collective members used. You weren't entirely sure what they used it for, but...
Do I get a gun now?
We'll find
Yeah, you
out.
get an arm cannon, like I guess.
Whoa. You found this item, and it triggered something in you, awoken a memory, a lost reality, or something of Asha. Your predecessor? You? It's still maybe uncertain, you still don't know. But you spiraled away into a memory, into the past. It was strange. You were you, Indigo, but you are in Asha's body. As you had been transported, bilocated, if you will, to a time during the Machine War. Yeah, you can look it up. It's in the Shoal Alliance book. Yeah. Yeah.
Shoal Alliance.
I need to read that.
You
Yes.
give me book one. Yeah, I need to give you book one. Anyway.
You need to give me back my book one after you're done reading. Anyways,
Yeah, we'll see if I have
bilocated into the past,
I'll just
you were there, interrogated by some sort of officer on board a skyship. Outside your window, a massive skyship that you have no doubt is the Elix Grace, flying in a fleet of a number of other vessels. This interrogation, this officer was trying to ask you, Lieutenant Asha, he said, your name.
Say Asha?
He did. Asking you, What did the prisoner say to you? What did she say to you? But you don't have Asha's memories. You're indigo, but you are flesh and blood, like normal, like Asha would be. You were looking for answers, looking for some sort of grounding, and you saw in the back of this room, behind that officer, is actually someone you know as Asha's ally, a woman, an Air Genasi, a little older than you, but you've seen her once before, Indigo. You summoned her from the afterlife using your music. This is Elena, the Air Taker. But she's in a Metallurgic Collective uniform. You're in a uniform of Metallurgic Collective. You looked outside the window to catch the glimpse of the ships, and as the officer was talking to Alina, trying to uncover what was going on, why you were being so unhelpful, all of a sudden, an alert came. Someone came running down the hall, alarming what you found to be the quartermaster who was interrogating you, and alarming the quartermaster to an assault which was beginning. As the ships became under attack, an explosion went off, tearing a chunk of the wall away. Quickly, lights moving through the sky like shooting stars, mages flying, brooms, and magic itself just taking them to the air, assaulting the vessels, along with the roars of dragons or draconic-like creatures, and a glimpse of one blasting the side of a ship, but not massive. No, these are mounts. These are like smaller dragons. But as you're here, as the wind blows by, as everything's going to absolute shit, Indigo, or Asha, you are in chaos. What do you do? I'm gonna change the music real quick.
Yeah, it's very calm.
As the wind begins to suck papers off the table, outside you hear once again the sort of like almost throat like roar of these like weird drake dragon beings, and you see someone fly by, zoom by. You see another explosion of fire and smoke as it seems the vessels have their own methods of defense, some sort of arcane shot or some. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You don't know what that is. But you know one thing. Elena is looking at you like she's looking at you like, what the fuck are you doing? The quartermaster, the one that was interrogating you, is talking to the one that just ran into this room as he's holding on to his hair as it's come undone. It's blowing in the wind as a piece of metal is like shot into his shoulder. He's talking to this messenger and just shouting at them, Tell them to raise the defenses to red. We need, and all of a sudden you hear an alarm go off. Like an air horn being blown again and again, repeating with some sort of machinery throughout the ship. And a magical voice or something comes from a pipe in the wall, a little horn in the wall starts shouting a voice. Attention all crew, attention all crew. It like all of a sudden cut off and you hear, well first you feel like a shake and then you hear through the pipe system an explosion go off. Takes a second later and you hear once again, get to the lifeboats! Get to the life! A much younger, more distressed voice calls out as you see a trail of smoke and the opening of the wall in the room you're in just start blowing by. You hear once again, that sort of like almost cowish bellow throat call of some sort of flying creature.
Do I have, like, probably not my ocarina, but any kind of, like, spellcasting focus on me?
You look around, you find a side satchel. One on your left side is rounded. It's an instrument. It's a pouch that contains your ocarina.
Oh, sick.
On your right side is a holster.
It's
With
good.
a firearm.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
It's good.
You have
an ocarina and a gun.
Indigo, you've never shot one of these, but you've seen one of these. You have a gun.
Alright, well, I pull out my ocarina.
Okay.
And I look at Elena. Should we get out of here?
Elena, she looks at you.
What do you mean? We're supposed to be... Do you not remember the mission?
No.
As the smoke is billowing, as shouting's going on, Elena comes over and starts whispering at you.
The quartermaster. We are supposed to be taking him to the front.
I
Over the
don't
ship.
remember anything.
Are the quartermaster and the other guy still here, right?
Pretty distracted. The wind's blowing so loudly, but they're still here.
How close is the other person next to the quartermaster to the hole in the wall?
The other guy is probably like 10 feet away from the hole. The quartermaster is closer to the doorway, about ready to maybe book it or something, but yeah.
Of the quartermaster, as she goes to try to shove the man out the
Make an
hole.
athletics check.
I guess I go grab the quartermaster.
I will say with an advantage, because this is basically a surprise.
Cool. Is it athletics?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Disadvantage on his part.
Hold on. That's fine.
Bruh.
Good dice, please. Please, my dice. Be kind to me today. You could guidance me. Or
Can I?
This is more of a surprise, in this case.
that was a nat 20.
Yo, let's go.
So all of a sudden, you see Elena, this Air Genasi woman. You walk up, you just shove.
Yeah, she just shoves him out the
You see her,
window.
grab, the messenger, and you hear, ah, as the wind takes this guy out the door. The quartermaster turns, what the fuck are you doing? Like, he starts reaching to the side, trying to unbuckle his weapon.
I grab his arm.
Make a grapple check.
Is that athletics?
I'm telling you right now what you're adding, but it's athletics for you.
No.
You're adding +1.
9.
Well, he rolled an 8, so...
Oh my gosh.
I
Thank
mean,
goodness.
I'm gonna DM you.
About to get shot.
As you feel your own strength, you start to realize you're not Indigo's stats. You
Yeah,
don't have
no.
stats. You have someone else's. You have Asha's. I'm sending you Asha's character sheet there. Yeah.
Here, is it just in D&D Beyond? Like, can I look it up?
Yeah, it's called Ash. Trevor.
Ash. Okay.
But yeah, you have the
Not
guns in there too. You grab his arm, you pin him down. Lieutenant! Corporal, what are you doing? As he starts freaking out, getting aggressive, he's going to try to push away from you. But you take a moment to look. You have spells, you have options.
Okay, suggestion.
Yeah.
Apparently.
It comes to you. This magic, you have this power.
I suggest you come with us peacefully.
Let's see. That is
It's wisdom.
a 9.
Yes, he comes with us peacefully.
Of course. Chaos is happening, of course, yes. No need for more aggression.
Right.
Yes.
What year is it?
It is
1267.
Yeah,
1267.
1267.
What year is it for us again, Prismagik?
It's
1332.
13.
Right? Or
I think it's just 1300. Yeah.
is it 13? No, it's
No,
not.
it's-
No, it's
It's not.
1340 actually.
1340.
So it's 1340, yeah.
Okay, how many years is that? I don't remember.
It's
Enough.
years.
It's
50.
enough.
Okay.
Like nearly
It's
50.
years.
Okay, but is it?
Years.
No, it's more than that. Whatever.
It would be first initiative, right?
Yes. This
Okay.
you're trying to put it together. This is this is post first initiative, obviously, because the Metal Collect was here. You're trying to think through all this, but it's not the second initiative. It can't be. It can't be the second period of the war.
Yeah.
This must be on the cusp of something.
What is going on with you? We need to go. We need to get to the front.
Okay,
You're supposed to be helping me.
I'm sorry. I'll do my best, but
Come on, let's
who
go.
was I supposed to be talking to?
The quartermaster to get the code
No,
from
but
him.
who was he asking me about? The
The
prisoner?
prisoner that you let out?
I let somebody out?
Yes, you let them out.
Is that a good thing? I'm sorry.
We need to get to the front of the ship. Come on.
Okay.
You need to get him to give you the code
For the safe.
for the safe.
The combination safely in the information quarters right next to the helm.
I guess I could do. Wait, if I do another suggestion, does that override the other one?
He has to fulfill the current suggestion, and I'll say since he's just being peaceful to you, that's okay, but suggestion isn't a concentration, right? I don't think
Suggestion's concentration. Right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so
So if you
yeah.
drop it, then you have to.
so. Yeah.
does he have to keep saving
You could
No.
just try to convince him now, Yes.
Where are we?
I'll use that in a second.
Okay.
Come on, let's go to the helm. We need to start a thing
or?
out
Okay,
right now.
right.
We're gonna just pretend that we are helping him to the front to help him, okay? Remember, Lieutenant? That's exactly what you are. Come on, let's go.
Okay, I might have some questions later.
Okay.
She starts following you. She's never been like this. What the hell happened to her?
It's 9 games too. I don't know.
The quartermaster just starts following you guys. I'm really afraid of what the hell's happening on. We should maybe gather more support, more troops
Yes.
to aid us.
We need to get to the front first, of course. We need to have you help us get out of here.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
That man, he was a spy.
Oh,
Nat 20 again!
really?
Why is Elena
Of course.
the best rolls?
Of course.
Good for her.
Corporal, I can only trust you and Lieutenant. We don't know who's on our side here. As he is talking, people running by. You see some engineer crew running by, just like quartermaster. As they're running by, you like see smoke is starting to collect and it's like starting to like come into the top area of the roof. But you're running down these halls. You've never been on one of these vessels, Indigo. You've never been on a skyship, really. You've seen them, but the war of the Machine God brought so many strange technologies through faith and progression in the Metallurgic Collective. Their designs are so weird. You see this metal boarding floor, some wall doorways and other things made of metal. You see piping made out of some sort of like brass copper material to like some sort of arcane flame or lamp or something. You see these horns that are coming out of the wall in certain areas and you can hear voices talking through them. There's communication here, there's strange machinery, there's magic, but it's not too advanced. It's all weird. And you see there and again symbols of the faith, of the Machine God, of the Machine God's angels, of the trio of the manufactured deities. A powerful image. Feelings come to your heart, but not the memories. Fear, anger, aggression. You get what you believe to be Asha's emotions, but not her memories. As you're following Elena, just hoping that you can find out what the fuck's going on. As at the front of the ship, the smoke begins to clear, as fire has leaped onto your face, Mace. Otto, you pull yourself up as you both pick yourself up as you had just entered.
So cool.
As you had just entered the helm, trying to get the crew to listen to you, but you clearly see as the smoke gets sucked out a hole on the side of the front pilot's area. People are gone. You see burn marks. You see another caster, someone fly by, a blur. You see a couple people, like 3 people still alive. You see the helmsman, the wheel man, like get up. There's like burn marks on the side of his face. It's just like freaking the fuck out. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Well, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay, one second. There's a giant hole in the wall, right?
Yes, air is blowing into the vessel. You see outside the window, both of you can clearly see 6 other ships ahead of you. You can see the massive looming shadow of the Uggs Grace on your right.
Could I use Mage Hand to block a current?
For like phase, kind of, but not the whole thing, no.
Okay. So just to set the scene, the area where we're supposed to be has a giant fucking hole in the wall.
It's not completely destroyed, like the wheel's still there, but like, yeah, a section of the window and the wall was taken out and someone got sucked out.
Alright, so, Otto, do we care about this guy? Just asking. Because I assume that Asha and our dear friend Elena got what we're supposed to be needing, earlier.
I love you guys.
We only need one of the helmsmen.
Alright! I use Mage
but
Hand.
you're supposed to put all of the rest of them in a room.
Well, I don't see a room no more, do you? I see a giant fucking hole on the side of the wall.
The plan was to maybe keep them alive, but you don't have to. It's like,
I suppose we could push.
This is why Otto hates Mace. Push someone out the wall.
So go ahead and make athletics check. Well, you're using Mage Hand or your hand?
I'm gonna use Mage Hand, because I'm not getting any closer till he's gone.
So we'll just say roll a d10 in this case. It's about 10 pounds of force, but like they might be off on their foot.
Wait, so roll a d10 for what?
Just roll a d10. This is for your push, for your Mage Hand.
Damn, it's 3.
3. One guy picks himself up. You can see that this is like one of the navigators, and the Mage Hand pushes him, gets the window. The hole's right there. The wind's he's trying to push himself up. What the fuck are you doing?
Come on, don't be shy. Just go.
Do you want to do anything? So,
1 second. Let me look at what.
Just kick him.
I'll tell you what. The helmsman is recovering. He's at the wheel. He's still in shock. There's the navigator that's nearly out the hole in the wall, and there's what you assume to be one of the log keepers that is trying to grab the papers and hasn't really taken full awareness of what's going on yet.
Wait, 1 second. Let me
Elena,
He's not really budging.
This may be seem irrelevant, but how long have we been together?
What are you talking about?
Please just answer me.
Can I guess I could.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, good to
No, but that'll use one of my 4th levels. I'm just.
Otto,
Although
perplexed by
you
the
look
situation.
like you're going
trying-
fucking insane, mate. What are you doing?
You're trying to think, this guy's
I'm
gonna
trying
try
to
to get out of this, like, kind of pseudo grapple. He slips and hits his head on the counter. He's just like, ah! You can go ahead and roll again.
A D10?
Yeah.
That's a 10.
Where's the log keeper? Because there's the helmsman that we need to keep.
The log keeper is not near the hole, but she's trying to grab some of the papers as they're, like, getting sucked out the hole in the
What?
wall.
How close to the hole?
It's about 10 to 15 feet.
just like swinger.
Yes, swing her and push both of them out at the same time.
You could try to magically manipulate her to do something like that.
I was maybe gonna cast Dimension Door. But I can't do that, can I?
She has to be a willing creature, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
You can cast Dimension Door to get both of us to the other side when they're gone.
That's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
So then we don't get sucked in the giant hole in the wall.
Sorry, I'm like
Make the hole
looking
bigger.
at this. Like.
So that was a
Okay.
10.
I'm just gonna try to shove her out the
Otto and Mace have chosen violence, man.
Otto.
Yeah. I mean,
I did too.
I was looking there and I was like, can I use anything to push? No? Okay, it's physical.
Roll a d20 and add your athletics modifier.
Because I'm not good at it. I'm not very good at it, guys.
It's fine. You got this.
Go ahead.
It's 17 minus 1. That's 16.
Bro, I thought I was about to beat you. I rolled a 16. Well, no, I did. beats it, right? So you like just grab her. She's like, what are you doing? and you like grab.
I'm very sorry. I'm really very sorry about this.
And like, as the guy got hit his head, he's like trying to pull himself up. He still holds on as they just like push her off the doorway.
No, I'm like trying to push his hand off.
And you're like, and then his hand
Stop it!
all of a sudden, as you both are trying to do this, the husband's in shock. You all see a quick blur from the side window. So on the right of the helm is like kind of a semicircle of windows, basically. Near the front left side, if you're looking out the windows, it's gone. On the right, you can see the massive looming shadow of the LX Grace. There's about 6 ships in the front area of it, and there's a few more you would know around it in general. This is the Treasure Fleet and the Western Fleet. Also, as you know, you see like the massive visage of the ships, but they have begun to fire. You see like weaponry starting to go off. You see all these other flying things like bugs flying around these vessels, unleashing a fireball, a lightning bolt. You see one of these vessels, something goes wrong within the first few seconds. Like, you see one near the front of the Alex Grace just explode. Like the entire ship erupts. That is like a 120-foot long vessel. It just explodes and begins to plummet out of the sky as smoke flies out. But you both quickly see a blur come down, and you feel the vibrations before anything else. The gust of wind changes. You all shift to the side. All of a sudden you hear as on the side of the opening of the vessel, just like Baldur's Gate 3, a dragon pokes its head in. You see a rider on top of this dragon, a fur-covered woman with like tattoos, a gray-skinned elven woman with like light gray, almost rocky
elves?
texture. Yeah, she's a stone elf. She like her like bluish, like metallic wyvern drake thing, like reaches its head in, sees the situation going on. She immediately communicates it. You immediately know she's one of the resistance with you. She's a part of this plan. She looks to who you're trying to push out. She goes, "Get there!" As the dragon's head just sort of grabs the guy holding on and just ragdolls.
Hold on, that's what I'm talking about.
And the woman like being pushed. Yeah, hey, this thing has a second bite attack. Just grabs her from the grasp and throws her out. And the stone elf looks back towards you. Sa, for the future. As she like the dragon backflips off the vessel's front.
All right, mate. All right.
And you
It's
guys
clear.
are alone with the helmsman now.
All right. I go over to him.
Yeah.
All right.
Like the house guy.
So, I hate to say this, mate, but we're gonna need your help getting this to, join the resistance, eh?
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Don't worry. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, if it wasn't advantage already, it would be make advantage.
I got advantage.
24. All right. Excellent work. All right. Now what do we do? I'll use the brains usually.
Oh boy.
What the fuck do we do? Would I know? Are they within 120 feet of us?
They should be if the plan's going the way it should be.
All right. I'm doing what I did with the deal with message, and I'm
find
like trying to
message.
find. All right,
hit
trying
the
to pick
person.
up a signal.
We'll say since this is well planned out, you hit them. You know where the main hallway is, where they would be heading down, so you aim for that area. All of a sudden, Elena, you get a message in your head.
Elena, we found the helmsman, and we've taken control of the bridge.
Wonderful.
Excellent. So, where's Asha?
Right next to me, we have the quartermaster that we were supposed to be finding.
Oh,
We're heading
excellent.
up our-
Wonderful.
I might have pushed somebody out of the hole, but that's fine.
There, we did too.
When you can't,
Friends,
You
we
can't
push
make the
people
best.
out of holes together.
Something is wrong with Asha.
What are you talking about?
She doesn't have her memories.
The fuck?
She doesn't remember anything.
Oh, bloody hell. All right. Do you at least remember what we're supposed to do after this? Where are we supposed to take the ship?
you know you were supposed to take control of it if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it goes down, then you are to evacuate to the next nearest vessel. But the one thing you know you also need to get before anything else is get into that safe and retrieve the logbook from that carries all the documented information from this vessel.
Just keep driving. We're gonna get the safe.
You have to.
Okay.
You'll know you have to go through the helms and then essentially go through a side door. So you have to go where they are and then go to the right. But in fact, as you're like coming up the hallway, as you're like getting these messages going back to each other, the quartermaster, like all of a sudden some guards come by. Some like they're called Navy men or or Marines in this case, but they're actually called Air Marines or whatever
Marines.
or aeronauts, but they come by with their like weird long rifles and they look towards the quartermaster. What do we do? And he's just like,
I like.
Clear the ship. We need to make sure that everybody is safe.
yes, clear, go.
We're gonna keep going to the front. You go to the back.
Make sure the non-essential crew get to the lifeboats. Go. As the quartermaster continues to follow you, and right about now, all three of you enter the helm. They come from the door that you guys entered from. You see Elena, you see Asha, you see the quartermaster. In fact, I know some of you have some ideas of what you wanted these characters to look like. I'm kind of curious, what was your take on Mace?
So I actually have a drawing of him.
Oh, sick. And you can.
How long have you been planning this?
Like 3 days.
It wasn't long.
Yeah, there he is. I'll post a picture later. But he's very much like David Bowie in Labyrinth. He's got like spiky hair. He's got a bunch of like magical scars on him from the side effects of the miasma poisoning.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's been negatively affected by Fossick. Literally. His horns like trace kind of like curl down like a jester hat.
Yeah.
What a clown.
But he is a clown. We've seen him before.
That's true.
He's actually the one that you summoned
Yeah,
when Achel was
he's
doing her
clown.
speech
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. He also has wings. He has wings and a tail, obviously because he's a tiefling. But he's in very much a like metallurgic collective like little badge or whatever. But he's still in his like performance outfit.
Yep. Because he wasn't smuggling. He was issued the entertainer's license for the ships.
Yep.
So these
I
past few
am
days,
the.
He is a clown.
I
He
am
is
a clown.
jester.
I am my job clown.
the past 2 days he's been
He has
going
a little
between
clown
ships and
badge.
entertaining.
I am the
people.
only one that has been to the Alex Grace, literally.
It's true. And Elena, you could just leave it to me, but if you want to add anything, you could, because she is an older Air Genasi woman.
Go right ahead. I have some ideas, but I don't know what you have.
No, she's just an older Air Genasi woman. She wears a corporal's outfit. She actually took a lower rank than Indigo, but that was because she wanted to be the assistant. That was her position.
To the quartermaster.
So she could be close to the quartermaster.
Which is why he believes her so much.
But Elena holds herself like higher than most.
Poised.
Yeah, poised.
She has like her hair up in a bun, and there's like braids on either side of it. Like she looks very stern in this, but like still poised and graceful. You do see some scarring on her, and she almost has like a little bit of a swagger to her, just a little bit.
And would you like to add anything to Otto's look?
I don't know. I don't remember how you described him.
I'll
He's
start.
purple.
He's purple.
He's a purple skin,
Well,
not an
I'm
elf
looking
though.
at
Yeah.
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 Well, I was gonna say he's weirdly enough. I was also gonna give him a bun, but
Nice.
I was gonna say he's purple skin. He kind of has a very like almost knowing look on his face, but almost a little like solemn,
Yeah.
you know. But kind of, he's got his hair up in a very tight bun. That's
Yeah.
kind of all I really had. I was gonna give him glasses.
He's well put together. Yeah. He has
Hopefully
read
it just
glasses.
stayed on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, they may be a little like crooked.
Can I feel, what does my hair look
Dustin?
like?
You feel your hair. Asha's hair right now, unlike Indigo's, that's usually all over the place sometimes. Asha has a very tight hair, has very tight hair pulled into a bun. Like,
Wow.
it's well put together because she was a lieutenant. This was
Yeah.
her military garb.
Yeah, it's the military haircut, you know.
But she
Roll
has
buns.
a pin in her hair. You feel as you're feeling it. It's hidden, but there's a metal like pin, like a needle hidden on the right side of her hair.
And for shanking people? Like,
Maybe, or for lockpicking, who knows? An emergency tool if necessary.
Shaking
Yeah.
people.
But it's a needle. It's a metal needle. You feel it in there. You
Good.
feel her face. Her cheeks are a bit more thin. She's maybe a little more malnourished right now.
yeah.
But she is well put together. She's a bit more athletic than Indigo.
Yeah.
But yeah,
love that for
more or
her.
less, she looks like Indigo. She seems like Indigo. But yeah, you are all on the helm now. You see these two with the helmsman, basically talking with him, getting control of the ship.
Oh, wonderful! You're here.
Oh, Otto and Mace, cool.
yeah.
Yes. Are you
No,
okay?
no.
All right
Okay.
then.
Just continue.
They must have done something to her memory or something, or I don't know what they did.
Must have done
Anyways,
something with that prisoner.
Okay, who was the prisoner?
Do I know the name? Because the name's in here.
You would all know the name of the prisoner.
Yeah, because that's what I thought.
Can I?
I mean, you tell me you don't remember the name.
No.
It's like, what was it? Like Star something.
Can I cast?
Smite's mage. It was the Smite.
The Smite Mage. Yes, but wasn't it with like an A or something?
I was gonna cast detect thoughts to
Asta?
kind of see.
Asta.
Do a little.
Yeah.
I have two different versions here.
Yes.
Is it?
Would you like to use your more discreet
Well,
one?
Yes. I kind of don't want her to know. I'm
fair.
curious, but I don't want her to know I'm prying.
Well,
Which one is that? I
I
can't
think
tell.
you would subtle spell.
Okay.
You'd subtle spell one. And after doing that, Indigo, what are you thinking about right now?
Well, right now she's trying to think about how she can ask questions in a way where she can get as much information as possible as to what's going on here. She doesn't think of herself as Asha currently.
You pick that all up.
Okay, so
She doesn't understand the situation. She wants to ask questions that she would probably already know, and she doesn't think of herself as Asha right now. This isn't Asha's mind you're reading.
What? We need to get to the safe.
Yes, the quarters are right over here.
Yes,
Well, I
yes,
hope
yes.
it-
Come on.
Yes, Quartermaster, go.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad it wasn't over there. You pointed a giant like.
There's like metal pieces flapping in the wind.
Yes, it is very good. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
As you move into the back room, you go through the side door, and you see the office of the captain. The captain is somewhere in this vessel or somewhere else, or... Oh. You look back to the hole. Mace Otto, you think the captain got sucked out of the ship.
Convenient.
But who needs the
Well.
captain when you have the quartermaster, right?
It's fine.
As you go into
Yeah.
the back office, there's two desks here, and there's a portrait on the wall of two people, of the state's officials, the honorary, like, oh, that's our dictator right there,
Yeah.
You see a clock, you see a back wall. The quartermaster walks over. What can I help you with? What do we need to get?
Open up the safe.
Roll persuasion with advantage once more, as he's not under your command, but like he's not
It would be
aggressive
so
towards you.
helpful right now.
We need to make sure that everybody gets out safely. We just there's so many imposters on the ship. There's people who were lying. Like the messenger, I'm pretty sure he was the one who let out that messenger. Who let out
Prisoner.
the prisoner.
What'd you get?
17.
17. Okay. He looks a little bit like off, like this is something he shouldn't do, but then you sort of work it in. You like beat the DC just barely. He's like, okay, I understand. You're in trouble. He goes to the back wall. You see the portrait of 2 people. One is a very tall, slender woman who looks like she has clothing that has cog work mechanical pieces, or no, her body is partially mechanical and partially organic, and her clothing reveals it to the portrait. And you see another figure, an older man with a very long black beard that comes to a sort of a point, well taken care of, but looks like a very stern, like government official, not a noble.
I want to go look at that mechanical woman portrait. She look anything like me, like part-wise?
Indigo, she does. Not the same, but you can see some similarity there. You don't know who these people are, but they're very important to the Melodic Collective.
Who's that? What?
As you hear Asha call from the back room.
Really a conversation we should be
Yes.
having right now.
I think it's very important.
Would I know?
The quartermaster looks at you completely perplexed, but yes, Mace, you would know.
Wait,
Yeah.
what is it?
So make a history roll with advantage, just to see how much more you get.
She hit her head on something, I think, or one of these traders did something to her. Her memory's
13.
messed up.
He takes down the portrait, sets it aside as you see the safe in the back. He starts working on it. I'll get into that in a second. Level 13. You know these 2 figures are the chief government officials, the founders of the Melodic Collective's, like not headquarters, but capital.
Can I use a pen?
The pen doesn't work, no. The woman partially made machine is the...
It's the
There you go. Go ahead.
She's the High Artificer.
Simone? Sorry.
She's basically like a conduit for all the machinery and faith. Like she and him are the Pope together, basically. As he is the head cleric of the faith, basically. It's basically the word cog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
cleric.
Wow.
He's the high cleric. He makes all the religious doctrine and laws that go all over the Melodic
They love
Collective.
their mechanical theming.
The High Artificer is. How did I not read this? Militia Ease.
I hate you. I hate you.
Militia Ease. So it's Militia, the first name.
Did you?
The High Artificer.
No.
The Metal
You know what? Spell it however the fuck you want.
Militia Ease.
It's Militia
Really?
Ease.
After my thing, too?
I know.
After my thing?
This is months in the making. Militia Ease.
Like the angel, Alicia Kasha.
Militia Ease.
Alicia Keys.
Why would you
take
all over
that
the
close to Alicia
Ease
Keys
is like
now?
literally EEYS.
EE.
Wow.
What about the guy?
Man, they should really turn on the AC in the ship, bro.
Can I have your other?
So warm and shit.
It's on the floor.
No.
I threw it away.
Oh, Ash was getting the AC for us.
Thank you.
Shit.
Brindor.
It's very hot. Brindor?
Brindor. Brindor. Brindor.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, because it's off of Brimdor. Or Grimoire, or whatever you want. But Brindor, you out of game probably wouldn't know this name. Maybe. No, that would be like very impossible.
Was there a town named Brimdor?
No, there was a country named Brindor at some point.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
But Brindor is the High Cleric. He's basically the political leader, and she is the representation of the faith.
Asha, are you feeling well, love?
No, but I would really appreciate.
My rings got stuck in your hair.
Oh no!
Shit.
Stop messing around.
Stop messing with Asha.
Oh, he's
tear
your
out
love
her
stick
scalp.
back.
We really need to focus.
But yeah,
I mean, how did you not know the High Artificer, Militia Ease, and the
Alicia
Cogler
Keys?
and the Cogler Brindor?
I mean,
Come on, it's
I really
like
hit my
basic
head.
knowledge.
I really hit my head.
yeah, those guys are like target number 1. But yeah, You can see the quartermaster work on the safe. It has a bit of a combination, but he actually has to place his hand on this one area of this stone that warms up magically. And the safe, almost like the metal, partially liquefies and bends to his touch now.
I'm like watching it intensely to try to remember the code in case, for whatever reason, it ends up being important.
Investigation roll.
So who was the prisoner you didn't finish?
Was it
It comes to Asta, the smite
Asta,
mage.
right? The smite mage. She's one of them really
14.
high up there.
Okay.
High up there prisoners.
She.
You were there last night.
Was I?
Yes, you were.
Cool.
He finishes putting in the logbook. He finishes. Under the same, he opens it. There's a few things in here. One thing you probably wouldn't care about right now is the bag of money. If the ship goes down, it's up to you. But,
Why I was there.
Yes.
there is the logbook, which he takes out, and there's another item in there, which is like, it almost looks like a small CD. It almost looks like a CD, but it's a bit thicker, and it looks like it's made out of brass. It has grooves, but it's made out of some sort of brass-like metal. But he takes that out too. I have the items. Anything else?
Oh, here, just put it in here. Put it in here.
Oh,
I open my bag.
Okay.
Safekeeping.
Yes,
You notice it's a bag of holding.
yeah.
Thank you.
nobody is going to try to check him to make sure that, like, to see if
Right.
he has it. He would check me or you or Asha,
It's
right?
part of the entertainment staff. That's right.
Yes. And now you know where it is, so it can be kept safely, and we can all make sure that everybody gets out of here alive. And so we don't know who the traitors are. We don't know who might be trying to find them.
It's true.
Yeah, this is all well and fine, but who's driving the ship?
The helmsman.
The helmsman's like trying to hold on, and the wheels like kind of like giving a little bit.
What's he doing right now?
He's like very scared, but he's holding it. But you can see that there's some wear and tear on this wheel, and it's like it's like grinding against itself, and it's like probably like the device. There's something wrong with the ship, like mechanically.
So we might want to get off.
Yeah, and it might get progressively worse.
How far do we need to do anything else? Was that the main thing we needed to get?
Just a second. What was that? What was you gonna ask?
I was gonna say, do we need to take the helmsman with us?
No, if the ship could be saved, you would need someone to pilot it. But if you leave the ship, he lost his usefulness.
Okay. And does it seem like this ship is like probably gonna go down soon, and we need to get going?
Make a quick investigation, probably in this case. Investigation. Going to you. Actually, I'll give you advantage on this, Otto, because your job has been, you've been working in the information room for a week now, and you actually studied this for months for this plan, so you would know some mechanisms of the ship, so you have advantage.
Awesome.
So while the quartermaster hands the stuff over, he walks to the front to inspect the issues at the helm. Elena, going through your head right now, there are two things. Your training and your past will make it very easy to kill this guy right now. Second, he's lost all use at this point. It's up to you if you want to take advantage of this moment to just get rid of loose ends as his back is turned to you.
I mean,
Hey, Lena, you gonna kill that guy?
I was gonna say, if we don't have to save anybody on this ship and we don't need to do anything else, she was just gonna kick the fuck out of the thing to make it spin out of control and then just dimension door out.
Did you both have dimension door?
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't have it, but I was gonna say, like, we could just dimension door
Well,
out.
he can only take one person.
Yeah, you can only do one person. Dimension door's
I
one
will
person.
say though,
I have levitate.
you do have levitate, you have fly.
I don't
you
have any way to get out.
Oh, I can fly. I forgot. I have wings.
Yeah,
Oh, right. I have wings.
And then
Like,
you-
oh,
you-
You can fly
You're
and
like,
then...
how do I get out? How do I? Mace, you have wings.
oh.
Right. If it came worse to worse, you know that in your inventory, Elena, you have a spell gem that was prepared for you by some of the enchanters of the Alliance, of the Resistance, not the Alliance. It is a word of recall in a stone. So if it came to it, you could evacuate your entire team if anything got really bad. Because the Ashborn are part of the Resistance, but you're also kind of mercenaries in a way. So it's up to you if you want to really die for it or not.
What do you mean I have the gunner feet?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've
maybe.
got a British. Why do you
I have a gun!
Why do you think of a pistol?
Yes!
You have a Glock.
Okay, but we finished the mission that we needed to do.
Yes, the logbook and trying to secure the ship, but the ship is not the main priority. The Twin Star can fall out of the sky if it needs to.
Not sponsored by Senrio.
Yeah.
Because everybody on the ship has seen us is the issue.
It's true.
She grabs.
I think we need to leave, and we just kick the helmsman and let it fly.
With your low roll, which I assume I kind of.
I got a 1 and a 5.
Yeah, it's hard to judge. It could go down though.
I'm going to assume that it's highly possible this ship is going down.
Yeah, no shit.
you start to realize-
do you not see the giant fucking hole in the helm? The smoke in the hallways. I think in my brilliant mind that we need to get the fuck out of here.
Alright,
Jersey did.
Otto, you do know the location of one private lifeboat for the officer staff? You could use that as well.
Actually, I know of a lifeboat.
Well, great.
Let's go.
You do see the ship starting to lean a little bit as things start sliding
Whoa,
aside.
Okay, we should
wait, I have wings.
The helmsman's like trying to hold it. What do I do? What do I do? He's not under a spell right now. He's intimidated and afraid of you guys, so.
Good luck.
Hold it as long as you can.
Is that
I hope you
intimidation or
don't have
persuasion?
descendants
Is that
so that
just
no
like a
one will
good
come
look?
after us for revenge. Okay.
Let me see what's
Not
better.
our problem, mate.
I mean,
How far is the ground, by the way?
So you guys aren't at like any sort of airplane altitude. You can still breathe this altitude, but it's
Yeah.
colder. You guys are probably.
You're an air Jedi, so you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine, but you.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are probably at least 1,000 feet in the air.
Number 1, we probably shouldn't fall. Number 2.
That lifeboat seemed like a good idea.
Yeah, yes. I thought we were headed there. What are we doing?
I'm giving the helmsman a look, I guess.
We probably want you to teleport there with Asha. We can go out the side and make sure the ship crashes.
But I
You have dimension door.
have a dimension door, but I don't know.
It's like 200 feet or something.
It's
right?
500.
Yeah, and you don't have to see the location
No, you
exactly.
don't.
You just have to think about
Is there
it.
another ship within 500 feet of us?
Yes, it's a pretty thick cloud of ships. This is the Black Cloud fleet. It sticks pretty close to itself.
Because you could dimension door onto another ship.
That's what I was thinking.
You just be about timing.
Do you think do I think I could do it and grab Asha and dimension door to another ship, or would it be better to take the lifeboat?
It's safer to take the lifeboat. It is more risky to dimension door because you need to know the location or see it and hope that you can make it in that location. Because if you teleport to the outside of one of these ships, there's a magical air current that keeps air blowing by. That's how they stay afloat. They're lighter than air and they control the winds around them. So you could try to hold on, but it's a bit risky.
No, I'm. Let's go to the lifeboat.
If anything goes wrong with the lifeboat, though, then it's worth trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dimension door.
You'll
and
go to
two-
the lifeboat. I'm going to stay up here with the helmsman.
Okay.
Send me a message when you get there.
1 second. How do I have a telepathy thing.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to do with the quartermaster, Elena?
Keep him up here.
Okay.
Stay up here with me. I need help.
Very well.
We need to make sure this stays stable.
Okay, roll persuasion with advantage.
Well, good luck, Elena, my lovely lady. And this is great because I did not want to fly because actually, despite having wings, I am terribly afraid of heights.
You said persuasion?
Yeah.
So whenever I
16.
Okay. He nods reluctantly, but nods.
whenever I have my mind link thing, and it says any creature I can see within 80 feet of me, and then I activate like a telepathic thing for the next hour.
Yeah.
Is that like any distance once I activate it, or is that just within?
I'm pretty sure the link is any distance, as long as you activate it within the 80 feet or something.
Okay, so I activate the mind link with Elena.
How many creatures?
Let
can you put in
me.
it?
It says when you're speaking telepath, you can give that creature the ability. I think it's just one.
Just one. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, Trevor?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's essentially having two walkie-talkies. Yeah.
Let me know if you need to update me on anything.
Oh, just make sure you get to the boats and let me know when you do. I'll make
I
sure
will.
there's no survivors.
Wonderful.
The continuation of the plan, of course, is if this ship goes down, Elena, you would know this, and you've probably told them all of this by now. Asha doesn't have a fucking idea. That if the ship goes down, it is to go to the next near ship and aid that team. Which the goal is to try to save as many ships as possible while collecting as much information as possible, too. And perhaps capture the Alex Grace. You know. It's faster and bigger and more deadly. Yeah.
So could I dimension door us to
The lifeboat?
the lifeboat directly?
I mean, you guys can just all run there, probably.
Okay, let's just all run. I will guide them to
Okay, yeah.
where the lifeboat is.
So
Now that I've activated my telepathy.
the trio going for the lifeboat, you go to this other room near the helm, and you all climb this like angled ladder, and you go up the ladder, up the ladder, up the ladder, up the ladder, up the ladder. You're going through what you realize to be the Fossic pipes of. You're going essentially around them. There's massive pipes that run in these ships made of copper and brass that run the fluid of Fossic back and forth, and it produces an arcane-like thrust almost. It's a weird thing. You don't exactly know how it works, but as you go up these pipes, you keep on hearing
Something.
but it's starting to
magic.
slow down, you can hear. And it's very hot in here, but eventually you come up to a hatch and you unscrew the hatch and then lift it up in the wind as blowing by. And Otto, you come up first. You realize you're on top of the Twin Star, not sponsored. And Asha, as you're all coming up, you see these vessels in person for the first time. The Alex Grace is the one that stands out the most. It's covered in this mix of wood and metal, but all these ships have a mixture of like almost organic features. Their fronts kind of curve to a point and hook down like a bird of prey, and they are rounded like a blimp, but the top is almost like a flipped boat shell that lays on top of a more flat bottom. And they all have these, come to these points near the end that are like the tails of whales, essentially, that give them more lift up or down. And the Alex Grace is just a massive shadow right in front of you guys. Your ship, you can clearly see where the dragons have done damage, and you see some dead gunners up here, as the top of these vessels also have stations for weaponry. You see this sort of like machine-fired ballista system. It's like a Gatling ballista, basically, up top in this like little bunker box that you've come up. And there's a little lifeboat that can fit about 8 people. It's attached, but all you have to do is pull a lever and it just sort of goes up into the air. These lifeboats obviously fly.
I would hope so.
Yeah, they are shaped like boats, but you can see they have like almost like Renaissance Da Vinci-esque wing flaps on the sides that are like paper and wood. And they would fly. They essentially glide magically, as they have like little Fossic devices in the back that give them enough thrust to just glide in the air.
This is insane.
But yeah, you see these dead gunners that are just like burn marks all over the body, and acid splash here or there. Half the bunker box is melted down. And you actually see a hole in the top of the vessel where the smoke is pumping out. And you see all the other ships, all the other explosions going off around you.
Do we know who's attacking?
What do you mean who's attacking? We're attacking!
Okay.
You really did bonk your head, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe if I bonk it hard enough, you'll get
No.
Let's just go. I let Alina know we're at the lifeboat.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And then
She's actually going to suggest, here, why don't, here, I have some rope, why don't we all, we attach it and we pull it the other way so then it kind of holds it in place.
Okay, that could work,
Let's try tying it.
You can start helping with the rope, tying to the other side to try to keep it in place.
She's gonna wait till they just attach it to the like wheel, and then she's gonna take it and run out the hole. Take the rope with her, running out the thing to basically pull it with her weight.
Use your weight to pull the wheel out of the side. Oh,
yes,
okay.
or at least pull it so then it turns the entire ship.
Oh.
Literally driving it into the ground.
I feel like tying it down. You have the other end of the rope waiting. And then you just start going where as the wind starts taking you. I need you to just make probably a dex check for me.
Yeah, and she's gonna tie it so then the bottom's a loop, so she can hook it on like either her arm or her foot.
Okay, yeah, you know knots really well from sailing. Like, wrap it on your arm. Make a dex check for me.
Ow, the rope burned. Unless you have gloves on. You probably have gloves
Yeah,
on.
she probably has gloves on.
Yeah, she has her leather gear.
That was an 18 natural. What is her dex?
Damn, Elena's just rolling nat 20s and
I
18s.
know.
Um,
Rolling good.
Her dex is like a +4, I think.
+3. So yeah, 21.
21. So you hear from the back like, wait, what are you? And the wind takes you. You start like ragdolling a little bit as you're like holding on. You see a dragon go by, a wizard. You see these casters. They're wearing cooling coats. They're essentially like fur insulated leather coats that are like conical. So when they fly, it looks like cones flying through the air. But they're essentially long foot-length coats. You see they're wearing like little caps. You know, they're flying by like with the fly spell, blowing people up. The dragons are going by. The wind's blowing. You're ragdolling, and you catch yourself, and you feel a tug, and it goes, and then you feel it give again, and then again, and then finally, and it just completely gives. But that give gives you enough momentum with the little bit of restraint you have. And would you like to try to land on the lifeboat?
Sure.
Because with a 23, the give is so strong. The rope is 50 feet. It holds, it restrains itself, then it gives. It holds itself, it restrains itself, and it gives. So essentially, the vessel's going like this forward. It's round. You come out this side, the rope pulls you, you swing under the vessel, basically, and you come up like a pirate out of like hell. Just like, at this point, you have to let go of the rope, but it's not that bad for you. You can levitate. As you let go of the rope, and you just start flinging into the air.
Yeah.
You make yourself light. We'll use your levitate.
Yeah,
Can
that's
we
fine.
see this whole thing happen?
So yeah, as you guys have released the
Yeah.
lifeboat. Yeah.
Hey, everyone! I think Elena's doing something stupid again.
You see Elena
Wonderful.
coming out of
Oh, no.
She, make an acrobatics check real quick.
Oh. Wait. Move.
So it was more just like a landing, but in this case, yeah, you're shouting. All of a sudden, Elena, you were falling, but then you misjudged the landing on your feet. You're gonna do that cool like pirate fall onto the ship.
Yeah.
And then your ass runs into Mace as you like cannonball Mace into the deck of this little boat. Mace, you take a little bit of damage. You take 4 bludgeoning damage. As Elena full on hits your chest. And you fall on your ass in the lifeboat.
What was it for?
4 damage. You can all see the twin star, not sponsored, goes to the down to the side, starts tilting to the left, and then it just starts going down.
Darling, if you wanted to be on top of me, you should have said something earlier. Not so
Oh, no.
viciously.
This is payback for all those times you have annoyed me.
So fun.
What the fuck?
As the explosion goes up right next to you. As you see the Upsgrace's cannons and ballista magical fires going off, you see these flamethrowers that are essentially pouring out this green fire from this vessel, making these smoke clouds, essentially pushing back little dragons that are holding onto the side. You see a dragon get burned off and flies to the ground. Your ship has gone down the Twin Star. Your little vessel, though, is taken to the air and it's just like... these massive ship explosions, starting dragons. You see that there are other vessels that made it from the Twin Star. And in fact, you see one vessel of air marines has taken a bit of aggression towards you.
Oh.
And you're like getting up and all of a sudden, just like a shot hits your horn to the side. And you see there's about 4 individuals with rifles and one like little like navigator on this like other little boat. They're coming after you.
Can I try to
Are you
shoot one of the
fucking
faucet
kidding
devices?
You may. Go ahead and roll an attack roll with your firearm.
Where's my gun?
As you guys are engaging in air combat with another vessel.
Ooh.
Well,
Are we within 30 feet?
You're within 60 feet.
Okay, so I need to do disadvantage.
We'll say Indigo for first, then we'll go Mace, then we'll go Otto, then we'll go Elena.
Can I give her Bardic Inspiration? Or just no?
Sure. Yeah, you can give her one real quick. We'll use her bonus action for this turn. We'll say it simultaneously. So yeah.
It was 2 10s. 16.
He has a flute.
16 plus. You have a D8 or a D6?
D8.
Add a D8.
17.
That will hit.
Nice.
Oh, is this plus 6?
So the mark,
Already
an
rolled it.
18 will, 17 will just hit as you all see. I'm gonna quickly roll their attacks real quick. Oh, so they're just shit apparently. As they're like trying to get these rifles up, you see that they're long, more primitive rifles, and because they're the ones you've seen in your world. These are a lot more like arquebuses. arquebuses, which are primitive muskets, basically. But they're arcane in a way, and their match stock has this sort of like crystal on the end, and they try to fire at you. These shots just go wide as the wind keeps on taking them. But you, like...
Pull out the pistol and I'm like...
You pull out your pistol. This is not the object that Indigo found in the body, but this is just a gun, basically. You all see Asha pull out her pistol and shoot. You realize she's missing the people that are shooting at you, but she's not aiming for them. As you see the shot go past the little navigator that's at the back of this boat trying to make it go forward, cuts around the side, hits this little metal box, hits it perfectly, and you all see this crackle of blue lightning that just sort of just explodes out as all of a sudden, smoke. No one's left.
Right in the
Holy
top.
crap!
Lovely.
Good shot, Asha. Oh.
As the little ship keeps the air.
We don't need you to push somebody off the side of the ship again.
Well, you
Again?
almost pulled... When was the last time I pulled someone off the ship?
You are.
Listen, sometimes I don't remember what happens at night, guys.
It's not on an airship, but a water ship.
Right! Oda doesn't remember. Does he? Oh, he does!
I don't
Another
remember
explosion to the
names.
side that misses you.
You don't remember anything.
Oh,
right
there's
now.
still people shooting at
Some of the
us?
ships have actually taken fire at you. So in the chaos, it's more like either they're taking shots at you or the dragons that are flying near you. But you're making it to this other vessel that you can all see is actually the milk seed.
The milk seed.
What?
I have a bunch
Why?
of names. I chose the funniest one I could find.
That's awful.
That's horrible.
I
That's
think it's
Hey,
funny.
you better cross your fingers it doesn't go down. The milk seed.
Yeah, how does it look? Does it look like
This
it's
one's a
in
little-
worse for wear?
It's a
or...
little better.
It's a little better.
There's less fires in the main area. There's one hole inside the ship, but it's okay. As you're heading towards it, more shots. I'm gonna roll a couple times to see if your ship takes any damage. Oh my god, I can't roll above a 7 today.
I'm taking all the luck.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. I rolled a 3 and a 4. As these explosions go off. Little car. The cannons and the firing of these explosions, they're not like gunpowder explosions entirely. They have the gunpowder black smoke, but that what shoots out of them is like blue, like fireworks, essentially. So it's like black smoke with blue fireworks. But you guys will make it to the other vessel. As explosions go off, another vessel front starts going down. It seems like they're losing some but saving some. It doesn't seem like the Alex race is having trouble though. The teams on there might be okay or might not be okay. It depends. You know, Elena, that there was a larger number of forces on the Alex race because it's a very large ship. But the officers were not put there, only the best combatants. So it's a little bit concerning if they're okay, if they're making it work or not. You do know that the commander of this mission, near the front of the fleet on one of the smaller ships, it's actually a white painted ship. Noel is like supposedly leading the forces, and it looks like that ship's okay. It might have already been taken over.
She takes no L's.
Yeah, she takes no L's. Noel takes none. But you all of a sudden receive a message that you guys have just sort of docked with the hole in the side of the milk seed. And it comes to you. You hear the voice of Noel. The front 3 vessels have been taken. I'm issuing a new order. Ensure that the vessels you are currently on are stabilized. We have failed to take the Grace. Another message comes to you very quickly before you can even speak. We will hold it hostage with negotiations if we can, but stabilize the vessels you're currently on.
Well,
Are we able to send back?
You may.
Very well. We had to abandon the ship that we were on originally because the helm was half destroyed. We are approaching the Muxeed.
Lord.
The milk seed!
Oh, God. This is the worst.
As you guys
Oh, I
dock,
fucking hated this one.
it's not a great ship.
Couldn't
This,
have chosen a different ship.
this is the vessel with the rowdy people.
This
Yeah.
is the vessel where they kept all the rowdy people who couldn't keep their hands to themselves.
Yep.
Oh.
You dock with this little smaller ship, and you come in through the hole. You leap off of your little dinghy, and you see that there's fresh wounds of the vessel, some smoldering metal pieces, but also some remnants of soldiers that were killed. You see a the head of a dragon that was blown off and it's sort of stuck against the wall, but no one seems to be around you. You guys okay for right now?
I look at the corpses. Yes! Roger! Fucking hated
Let's go
you.
look and see what we can find. You two should probably be the leader since you probably are more persuasive. It would probably be a good idea to.
All right, let's go.
Let's just say we managed to get off of the ship and we were just lucky to survive and that we are trying to help.
If this team has worked and done what they should have, they should be at the helm or getting there.
All right, let's head towards the helm. I assume the layout of the ships are the same.
It's relatively similar.
Or I have been here before.
You have,
so
actually.
I know where to go.
You would know.
Because I have been on every ship.
No rolls are necessary in this case. Then that is a good point. You have been to this vessel, or you've been to everyone.
You are completely correct. Let me take you this way.
Right this way. With me, please.
Right this way, ladies and Otto.
Of course, the Milk Seed is a little runt vessel in the fleet. It's what's considered a corvette in the fleet. It's a very smaller ship that is.
And they called it.
Right? I know.
Okay.
I had like 20 names to do. I was like, some of these don't need to be important, so I randomly generated some. I got
Milk Seed.
I got Milk Seed, and I was like,
What is it even?
so I gave it to this one. But yeah. So you're running through this ship, you're walking through, you can quickly tell that this ship is more just supplies, and it's a scout vessel, so it would be able to set up camp anywhere. If it survives, it could fly on its own and then set up a camp somewhere, basically. Mm-hmm. But as you're walking down the halls, you see images of, not images, you see people put to sleep. Not magically put to sleep, or maybe magic. It's hard to tell, but then you look a little closer. Elena, you are immediately familiar with some of this. There's powder along their noses. They inhaled something. It sparkles with gray and purple flecks. You are familiar with the team that's on this vessel, you think. It's another team of adventurers like you, but one of them is a specialized alchemist that is really good at making powders and stuff like that. So they might have just fumigated the vessel.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah. But you see like sleeping soldiers are just dazed or comatose. Some might have died.
Do you know who the names of the people in here? Maybe you can message them to make sure.
Yeah. Do I know the names? Trevor, do you have names or do I make them up?
I have one name for the alchemist specifically, but you can make up
go for
three.
alchemist.
Grima is her name.
Grima.
The names today.
And she doesn't have a warm tongue, okay?
Alright, the only one I ever talked to actually is the one that probably did this sort of thing. Grima, where are you?
Oh, you picked her up.
Hi, it's your friend Mace. My team and I had to abandon ship because the helm was cut in half. So we're headed up to where you are. I assume if you took...
The very snake-like lizard folk woman calls to you with message again.
I receive you. We are in the front room. We have lost one of our members, but we are still 3 strong. Feel free to meet us up here. Be careful. Cover your mouths before you enter the room.
Got it. All right, everyone, cover your mouths.
As you approach the helm.
I'm so used to not breathing.
Yeah,
You're not used to
Sean, you can smell everything.
Say it out loud. Say it out loud. What? Don't worry.
What?
Is that some kind of training regimen that you've been doing?
Yeah.
I'm the one who doesn't have to breathe, not you.
Here, take the scarf here.
As you approach the helm, you go towards the door. You see a smoke cloud that actually is stuck there, almost like it's like a goo, but it's also air that doesn't go any further, does not dissipate. It just stays there like a fog. But walking through it, it's about
Grima, right?
Grima, Grima. You walk through the cloud. It's about 10 feet thick, and you walk to the door and you open it, and the cloud ends at the doorway. And you all step inside and immediately see your allies, 3 individuals with Grima. Or no, actually, technically 2, because one died. It's Grima and 2 others. Have fun with that.
Yeah. All right, we're here. We got masks. Where's Reggie?
Oh no! No, Reggie didn't make it.
No,
It was
Reggie.
This tabaxi man is looking at you. It was quick though.
Oh, that's good.
Kind of seems like he's in shock a little bit.
Well, Kuzak, I'm glad you made it.
Me too. Me too. Me and Perry, we made it together. Looks like a human friend.
Oh, you know, I've been so happy for you two finding love in time of war. Anyway, point is, we have to
Right?
keep going.
Focus.
Where are we going?
The tabaxi man, human woman, and the little folk look at you. The Kuzak speaks up.
Hey there.
It would be helpful if you went to the top of the vessel and manned any weaponry that was still up there.
And another team of you two maybe go to the back of the ship and make sure the engine room is still running. Reggie was in charge of making sure the engineers were still together and okay. We had some agents back there, but they are not part of the resistance. They're just converted. So if you could make sure that they're doing their job, that'd be useful.
On it.
Would I know anything about the engines? Like you said, I was studying some
Yes.
of those. Okay.
Yes, you would know. You would know some.
Should I go with Otto because I can, like, convince people to do things?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'll go with you. In case our
Alright, me and you, to the
defectives
roof.
decide
Okay.
to, defect. Yeah, let's go.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I'll keep you safe while you're shooting your guns.
As, as you guys start manning the different areas, as you go to the back spaces, it is a tough fight, but as time goes by, we're jumping a little bit. There is like it's quick in the sense of like a mission, but it's short. It's very long in the term of a fight because it's about 30 minutes before the final shot is stopped. Before it seems like the Alex Grace has gone quiet and not shot or not continues to fire, but the other smaller vessels, the ones that are remaining, which are 13 smaller vessels remain. That's two medium-sized ones, which are about half the size of the Alex Grace, and then the rest are small ones. And the milk seat's like a little runt. It's funny that Kuza can carry on the milk seat.
Yeah, baby.
You were informed and you told the rest of the team that basically there's been a bit of a stalemate, an armistice, because the Alex Grace is fast, but it's not as fast as some of the quicker ships, some of the other small ones. So the fleet has stuck with it. So basically, the Alex Grace tries to get away, the rest of the ships follow. It goes left, the rest of the ships follow. But no one's willing to immediately shoot at each other because the guns that you have left might not be enough to really break through the armor of the Alex Grace. But the Alex Grace, for some reason, has decided not to shoot upon the smaller vessels, probably because there's enough hostages in them to sort of make it a little bit iffy.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's in a stalemate, and this has been going on for about 10 minutes. You have since regathered. Who's that carrying Grima?
Yeah, baby. You're welcome, everybody.
And you all now receive the mental message, a message from Noelle. The one who takes Noelle's. As she sends out a telepathic message to everyone. We have begun full negotiations with the Grace. They have received us, but are unwilling to make any acts of peace or surrender. So hold your positions until nightfall. We will send a team to act. It will be quick. Stay awake. More information soon.
What the hell is this going on?
As you're all taking that all in, Carrie comes into the room with a figure, not a person. Probably not to you guys, because you probably don't see these ones as people just yet. But a wooden puppet-like doll figure, but with painted and clothed features. Not a Warforged as we would know it out of the game, but almost like a proto-Warforged in a way. A servant, a construct servant, a puppet, a wooden puppet. And as this puppet comes into the room, It speaks. Its mouth is a painted face and everything, but its lips, where they sort of like meet, there's this slight glow of Fossic magic, and there is some sort of machinery underneath the wood, and it has seams, so you could pull it apart basically. But it comes in. Carrie speaks up real quick. I found this puppet in the captain's quarters. It's actually the captain's primary servant. It's a shame though that he didn't make the fight, but the puppet knows a bit about the situation and can inform us. As Kuzek nods at her, and the puppet looks towards you like a C-3PO kind of situation. Like, hello, yes, I'm afraid that the captain has fallen ill, but I am here to ensure the flight is as enjoyable and prosperous as possible. So if I can be any assistance to you, please let me know.
So what do we even ask this thing?
Not sure.
Well, Kuzak speaks up. I can't. Ting speaks up. We should definitely ask and confirm any information we can about the objective, if there's a secondary objective for any of these vessels that it may know. The captains may have been privy to more information than the rest of the ships were. He asked the question.
Yeah.
His tail wags as he's expectantly waiting.
Oh.
And the puppet speaks up. Oh, yes. There is, the captain spoke of some, I'm not entirely sure if I should be telling you this. Carrie sort of like puts her finger up to the earpiece. There's a hole in the ear. She actually sticks this little metal key, like it's a rod with like a weird pointed like keyhole, and sticks into the ear a little real quick. I thought I tweaked it enough. She turns it a little bit to the side, and the puppet like holds still and then comes back. Oh yes, of course. By the way, yes, the captain has informed me, I believe, or I have been given permission to tell you about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that the captain was discussing with the other captains in the search for a tomb in the mountains of a dragon lord, and it seems that the trip would take a few more days. But I'm afraid, and the puppet looks like the damage that's obvious in the helm area in the other ships. It seems that we may have to stop for repairs. Oh dear, I'm afraid there's no repairs repos anywhere near us. This will be most unsatisfactory. I will have to look into providing the crew with more recreation time for this extra travel.
You know, for a bit of recreation, how about is it a little bit of a trivia game? What might be, you know, in the tomb? Do you know? Because I know. I don't know.
Yes.
Would I, you know, with my history knowledge, know anything about, like, because out of character,
Yeah.
We all know.
we all know.
You can roll history of it.
Okay. And
As the puppet begins to think, Mace, can you roll persuasion for me?
persuasion.
Roll history.
Or deception, it's up to you.
Hold on one second. Okay. I'm trying to see which one I have more in. Persuasion and...
Oh, deception. I'll do deception.
Okay.
It's a 17.
17.
I'll use this one. 14.
The power. 14. And you were trying to get a little bit more information about what?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so first, Otto. Coming to your mind, Otto, is the Dragon Lord that it could be one of the more famous ones, but there's the legendary tomb of Ulf Ikaton Mox, the king of dragons that gifted mortals with their wizardry. A very, very legendary figure, but there's a few other legendary dragon tombs in the mountains. They bury them deep, deep below in dormant volcanoes sometimes, or sometimes in the darkest possible places where no one can find them, but there could be a few different ones. And Mace, as you say that, the puppet turns its head. I do seem to recall that my master spoke of some potential theories as to it being some sort of dragon king or a nobility of the draconic heraldry or something of the sorts. I cannot be certain.
Does the name Ulf Ikaton Mox mean anything to you?
I do believe the mention of a Mox was there.
And what direction were we supposed to be heading?
I believe the captain was making arrangements to head due north by east, and then look for some clouds of some. He mentioned some very specific clouds, like as I'm not entirely sure what he meant by them.
You mentioned color?
No color, just the term strange and present clouds. You would all know somewhat that the puppets of the Malagic Collective do not necessarily think. They only record and answer. So he can't really speculate. Yeah.
Ulf Ikaton Mox. He's the Dragon King.
Yeah,
Right,
the
like-
once legendary, now dead Dragon King.
That would be the tomb of the legendary Dragon King. Like the Dragon King.
I'm thinking to myself
Makes
right
sense.
now, Kaislin had it. I can't believe it.
Can I... Are you here?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she's here.
You've lost detect thoughts, but you could recast it if you want. But,
I'm not
okay.
going to, but
Right,
I am
gotcha.
kind of like, I've been looking at you.
I do want to be at the window trying to like pick out any landmarks that I can see.
Perception check. Okay.
Hmm.
Is there any other trivia questions we should prepare? I will record them
What?
for now, and we will note them later.
Have you heard
13.
of what they're going to do at the tomb?
I seem to recall my master speaking of some sort of archaeology, but that was perhaps it.
An excavation?
Perhaps. 13. You take note, you are not deep into the peaks. You can see, because you're so high up, you're 1,000 feet above the mountains, which is actually above sea level, even higher. But you can just see where the mountains end, you think, on the fog of the horizon where it slopes down. You're not too far to the mountains. You had just entered the mountains the previous night. But, yeah. Indigo, you've never seen it from the sky view, but you might be able to recognize some things.
You see the Harrigan village?
No.
And do I see the Arbanosh at all?
No, not with
Okay.
13. Any other trivia? Oh, how about a query about the Metallurgic Collective's identity and history?
That's actually a pretty great one. Right, everybody?
Yes,
I have all
absolutely.
data logs of all the recent and ancient history of discoveries predating the arrival of our Lord, but signifying his importance to the world. It just starts babbling on about, like, doctrine about the Metallurgic Collective and its faith.
Do our characters know about the weird, like, how none of the, like, the elder has never been seen? Like, the thing that we, not our character, our actual characters,
Prismagic.
Yeah.
Prismagik knows that there's, like, rumors that there was, like, an island that like, the elders were on or something.
Yeah, like the big
Do
conspiracy
we
theory.
know that?
There is an argument to be made that Elena would have some idea of that being in the upper echelons, but it would be right around this time where those rumors start to percolate. So we'll say I'll go ahead and roll. We'll say just a. If you would have picked it up, it'd be a perception check probably to pick up a rumor maybe.
But you could just ask, who's the leader of the Metallurgic Collective?
Yeah. Math 12.
12, okay. The headquarters of the collective have always been strange. People have thought they've hidden in secrecy and moved between the cities, or it was at first just disorganized. But the first uprising occurred way too organized to be disorganized. It was simultaneous across the world. So there are rumors of leadership. You don't know where they are.
Pop quiz, where's the headquarters?
Oh, yes, of course. That is
Remember
a good
this.
question. There's a pause and the head just goes silent. It seems that this information is buried. I must retrieve. I don't know if I have the permission to retrieve such information. As this figure says it, Carrie goes up. You sort of realize Carrie is like probably some sort of artificer or something like that. And she picks up her tools and goes takes the ear pick again and goes in, but then
You don't know.
like twists to the side, and the puppet's like side, the wooden frame right here of his neck, kind of like opens up and unfolds and sort of like hinges back, revealing like some metal pipes and workings. But there's also a bunch of gears back here and like little machinery and things. And she like twists some things back, and she pulls out what is essentially like a metal joint gear or something. Like it looks like a walnut, you know, not a walnut, a nut, like a metal nut, you know, with some gears. It
looks like a walnut.
Whoa, a steam.
Squirrels?
Oh my! There's a squirrel in there.
Got a squirrel in there.
Indigo runs on squirrels,
Yeah.
everybody. You just open her up
So
and
there's a little squirrel on the.
She pulls out this really thick gear and pulls it out. This should hopefully help. I'm not entirely too knowledgeable about some of the neuro gear circuitry, but it will work, I hope. As she puts it back in, she twists the ear again, and the figure comes back to life. Sorry, what was the question?
It was a pop quiz. Where's the headquarters?
Oh, of course. Yes. The high clerics, and the high clerics are issuing their doctrines from the drifting city on the beautiful. There's like this sort of like it's like the puppet knows something's wrong, but it's trying to find a way to stop it, but it can't. Like the program's running and it knows it shouldn't, but it can't stop it. It continues to speak before anything else is said. Oh, yes, that is right. The Alex Grace had departed from the headquarters a few months ago. 1.5. Yes, from the Sea City. Oh, yes.
Like sea elves?
The vessel was renamed not too long ago. What did they name it? Searching.
So he's mentioning like a sea ship.
You do
Did
not
they
see cities.
Did they overtake like a sea elf city and use it as a base? Maybe they took the idea. I don't know if any of you have inquired about the cities of sea elves. But
I have.
I know a little bit.
never mind. I'm sure both of you have.
It speaks up. Oh, yes, that is right. Forgive me, it was a recent update. They renamed it from the previous name of the elves to the Steel Rapture, the headquarters of all of the doctrine and faith and leadership, as well as the High Artificer herself and the High Cleric.
Ding ding ding, good job. Wonderful.
Yes.
You're great at trivia.
Thank you.
I'm
Okay.
going to go over to Asha and sort of gently tap her. Do you mind if I pull you aside for a moment?
Oh, I wanted to listen to this.
I'm just curious about something.
What's that?
Well, I would rather speak with you a little more privately.
Okay.
I have one more bonus question for you.
Of course.
What ocean is it on?
Yes. I believe it was moving. Or no, I don't have that data. Oh, I do have the last location where the Alex Grace docked with it. That would be in the Orotano Sea.
Orotano Sea.
That is the great sea which separates Heracor and Felis, the sea towards the east.
So I know that this isn't Asha.
Yes.
Would I be suspecting anything else, or like, can I just, from that knowledge, is there anything that I can I've
Go ahead.
put together, like?
Yeah, go ahead and roll d20, and I would say,
Is this a memory, or
in-
did I just like
in your
zap
case,
back in
roll an
time?
Arcana
What's
modifier.
happening?
Roll with your Arcana modifier.
Arcana. Awesome.
Congratulations, you fucked the timeline.
I know.
Oh, sorry. It's your spellcasting modifier, not your Arcana modifier. It's under your spells. Your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah,
Any other
Spell modifier,
information
yeah.
that
Okay.
we need that we would want.
Otto specifically
And that's why I said the C
channeling his
specifically.
magic to receive this information.
Okay, so my spell cast. No.
Spell modifier.
Spell modifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do
Wait,
bardic?
no,
I
just
can't
like
do
the
bardic.
source, the one on the left.
It's called your spell modifier, and it's above your spells.
Is it just the wisdom modifier? Or?
For a sorcerer, it would be your charisma modifier.
Yeah, it'd be charisma.
Yeah.
Because I have two.
So it's just your charisma.
Yeah, just go ahead and
modifier?
roll your charisma modifier.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Okay, there we go.
Otto is specifically doing something only Otto does, which is channel his magic for knowledge.
Awesome. $22.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Nice. What is on?
Otto, this is not Asha. You are certain now, but there is a similarity. Otto, you reach out to your information, your well of knowledge beyond the one you borrow from, the understanding, the library you access. Otto, this is someone else that shares Asha with you, but not from here, and not from this when, from a time after, you think. But this is meant to be, you think, or
Okay.
something like that.
So can I just like gently
Mhm.
drag her aside?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just a question. What year do you come from?
You know, I'm not very studious. 13. Trevor.
1340.
1340, actually.
You're not
No.
Asha.
Are they like in private?
Yeah,
Or-
they're probably whispering as you guys are finishing talking to the puppet.
Or like I think I can do a. Can I?
Yeah, you could telepathically do this actually.
Yeah. So I'm gonna like do like a telepathic.
Otto's doing one of those weird things where he has a private conversation, making eyebrow movements, but not
Just
saying
like-
anything. Yeah.
We're just like making
Yeah.
faces at each
I-
other in the corner.
I don't know how I'm here.
I think this is. Yes, this is meant to be.
Really?
Yes.
Right. Can you do me a favor and just like remember that this happened
I'm sorry.
so I can ask you about it later? Don't worry, just
I don't think he's gonna forget about this.
Yeah, no.
It's rather curious, but this is a big moment. I think I'll remember.
yeah, you'll understand when we get there. I think.
I do hope so.
Okay, question. Do you notice that I'm speaking with like a different accent?
Now that you say it.
Yes, you do.
Now that you say it, yes. But
So that amnesia turned to country.
It's that one that's like, do you remember anything?
I remember the Alamo.
Can't forget anything except the Alamo. You can't forget anything except the Alamo.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
all right. Well,
I'm guessing it would be kind of chaotic to bring this up to everybody, but I'm sure I'll be gone and Asha will be back soon.
I'll keep it to myself. There's no reason they need to know.
Yeah.
Hey, party people! No, I'm kidding.
Oh, you are a clown.
You got any questions that you want to ask before?
What if I tell
I
you the
do-
101 birds that exist on the sea?
It's a specific number.
What if you tell us a pop quiz of all of the different rankings in the Metallurgic Collective?
Oh, of course.
Starting from
He
the top.
does that. There's a lot, and I don't have them memorized.
I can imagine Indigo coming back and be like, so I learned
A lot.
I learned a lot. I learned all the rankings in the Metallurgic Collective.
She's just trying to keep.
metallurgic hierarchy.
She's just trying to
Yeah.
keep the bot talking. Is basically all she's doing. Is she's just throwing questions at
This
it.
would be very good to keep, post. I feel like we should take this back with us take you back with us.
Yes, you deserve a reward. You've done so great.
Oh, thank you.
Little tune-up. I'm sure we can get you some fresh paint.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
I am in need of a good cleaning.
Yeah.
Yes, you're so good.
I get some paints out. Let's go, baby. I clean them up a little bit. I like. I'm painting clown makeup on this guy.
This is
we're just kind of killing time
Yeah,
at this
so-
point,
So
right?
as you guys are doing this, real quick. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I go and like see if I can't look at the Alex Grace?
You may.
Like get like a view of it from somewhere? I just wanna see it real quick.
You go to a side window and take a look. But before I say that to you, I will say that you would all know that this puppet, if you take it with you, it is maybe a good idea because these are a bit rare and expensive. Like, only rich people can own it. And though the Melodic doesn't have nobility, the rich sometimes do get higher ranks if they pay for them. So, in this case, this is probably, the captain was probably a rich captain who got like a little shitty ship, but brought his like butler with him, you know? Yeah.
There we go. Osha, what are your thoughts on this?
It looks like a clown.
Well, yeah, you love clowns.
I do?
Osha, something's not right. Seriously.
I don't even do. I love clowns.
Accessing clown dialogue.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I mean, I thought you did. I mean, you two seem to get
This
along.
is such a revelation.
Yeah. You know, here, pull out your ocarina. We can do a little ditty together.
Okay.
You know,
What are we playing?
you know, the clown song that we made together.
You know I can't. I don't remember anything right now.
God, but music
Yes,
comes
Chris.
from your
Yes.
heart, darling.
Why should the clown be worried about his balloon business?
What's a balloon?
Sorry?
I don't know why.
It is a spherical floating object tied to a string that children in the Melodic Collective are given.
Ah. That's why I
He shouldn't. He just likes to blow everything up in proportion.
What?
I believe my memory is malfunctioning. What's the name of the fish that tastes funny?
I don't know what is.
Clownfish.
Ah, very good.
Cusack is like leaving the room.
Oh, God.
The lizard Grima out. Carrie is just monitoring this.
You know, if there's anything that you need to share, you know, privately about, because I can note you're trying to get a little bit into like, a little bit of performance, especially with your interesting accent that you keep doing. I appreciate you working on getting in character with whatever this is,
Why
but
did the clown not show up to work?
perhaps you shouldn't do that. But
You know, we could probably
What
end all of
accent should I speak
the
in?
the clown jokes.
the one you normally.
They're very appreciated, though.
Very well.
Do I know where Asha's from?
Yes.
Where is she from?
She has told you. She hasn't entirely told you her entire story, though. She goes by the name Lunar Weaver because she actually comes from far away. She told you her people once worshipped the moon, or the angel of the moon, but they were gone, she said. But she comes from a place south of the Empire of Ericon, a collection of islands that are known for their beautiful opals and almost moon-like gemstones.
That's suspicious.
It could easily have been a cover story.
Yeah. What's the accents usually of south of Heracon?
She tends to have, when she speaks her home tongue,
Yeah.
she has spoken like the old like languages of the South, and she does. You've always picked up almost like out of character. It's almost been like a Spanish accent, you know. But it's a little bit more English, and that's because she's like picked it up over time. You know, you think she's dropped her accent or picked up a new accent on purpose or something like that.
Okay.
She's clearly covered her history.
Yeah. You know, like the southern Heraclean accent that you normally do.
Is that where I'm from?
Just pulls out a notebook.
I telepathically
You're
said
really
to her,
trying.
if you want to make it seem like you are Asha, you might want
Right,
to try
sorry.
a little harder. You're acting like a... Oh, man. Sorry, that one got
clown.
away from me.
As you're trying to think through that, Otto, you're still taking a look at the Elk's Grace. And what do you see, just to clarify? Once again, the Elk's Grace is a mix between the sort of rounded, organic shape of something more fantasy science fiction, but it has elements that feel like a Renaissance era contraption and ship. It is a massive wooden structure with plates of metal all over it. Its front looks like almost the head of a bird of prey with its beak pointed down, as a more flat bottom to land on a flat surface. It has wings along the sides. They're smaller, but they fold out, and they're like that same sort of like paper wood, but it's actually made of like metal and canvas. And they fold out, but now they're folded in. And the back area has these two massive tail rudders that go up and down. All along the side of this vessel, it's rounded, but there are holes, like openings, hatches, like almost like not garage doors, but they can be pulled open, and there would essentially be rows upon rows of rectangular openings along the side. Near the bottom area, there's more holes and porthole windows. Near the front, there's less windows, more front padding and metal cover. Near the back specifically, there's like a glass observation space, almost like the back of a ship, like a sail era ship, like a pirate ship, a back window area. There's this massive like sort of fin-like structure near the top, but it's closer to the tail area, so it kind of looks like a fin of a fish, but it's flatter and smaller and longer, and it's near the back. It has a very dark paint color to it. It's a very dark gray, and a couple of the other ships also have that gray color. That's where the Black Cloud Fleet's name comes from. And a lot of its weaponry is actually pointed down. As you see, it does have like weaponry that's like hidden in pockets where the armor's, like, there's a gap, and there's actually like massive ballistas or cannons and stuff that are more pointed down and forward. It's meant to destroy from above, not really deal with things on the sides. That's why this attack was maybe a bit safer, because it can't really shoot too easily on its fellow ships. But yeah, it's very ominous and dark, and honestly, like all the Melodic Collective machinery weapons that you are familiar with, Otto, an abomination of natural life, as they tend to mimic more organic designs. And as you're taking that in, as you're all listening, you all pick up a message real quick from Noelle once more, an update. A quick blurb in your mind. I need to tell everyone right now to seek cover as we have as you all see like another massive explosion. 45 minutes or so after the fight, all of a sudden light illuminates a shockwave, a blinding light. Although you have to cover your eyes as you look away from the window as this bright white blue light just fires. You feel a shockwave first. Glass shatters from the windows, like cutting you.
Can we like drop?
In a second. This is all happening in a microsecond. You all take about 3 slashing damage as the glass fires and flings across you guys. As you look back, Otto, you actually take a little bit more.
That's kind of what I was wondering.
You take, in total, Otto, you take 9 slashing damage as a glass shard shoves into your shoulder. But the shockwave comes, the light illuminates, it glows down. You realize it wasn't a fire breath, it wasn't anything. It was a bolt of lightning so thick it could have covered multiple people. This bolt of lightning had to have been like 10 feet wide, and it basically leaves that burned air trail as the light dissipates. You know when you see a lightning bolt, you can see the bit of it in your eyes as well.
Yeah.
It does that, like it leaves that glow, and you realize what it hit was one of the vessels near the front, and that vessel is just crumbling to the ground, like it erupted into pieces, and you all hear as this gust of wind mixed with a roar goes by, as this blue-black, midnight blue blur just sort of blows by. One of the ships gets caught in the air current and just starts tilting to the side, hits another vessel, and crashes into it. And that's where we're gonna go break.
Oh boy.
Hey, welcome back, officially. So yeah, last we left off, the Ashborn,
Yeah.
this flashback party to Asha Littleweaver, it seems, led by Elena, has just went over to the Milkseed, a sky,
Oh god, I
a sky
forgot
ship,
about the name
a
for
little
a
sky
second.
ship in the fleet of the Black Cloud Fleet. With most of the ships gone, the resistance to the Metallurgy Collective has taken most of these ships, except the Alex Grace, the massive ship in the center. It has withstood the onslaught, but a truce, or a stalemate, not really a truce, but like a stalemate had formed for a time. But that was all quickly ended. After you were talking to a puppet, receiving information from this automaton about the location of where their master was heading and all this stuff, you were all abruptly quieted. Oh, and of course, Otto and Indigo over here had a secret mental conversation because Otto knows you're not Asha. But yes, that was all quickly, abruptly ended by a bright light, a flash of lightning so large, so massive that it evaporated a ship, tore it to pieces. And another ship in the shockwave of a flying dragon's wing crashed into another. Something else is here. Something much, much worse. Another message comes through. It's Noelle. She's alive. Her vessel's somewhere. She's okay. She shouts out to everyone that can hear her. You can all pick this up. They're not with us. It's an enemy dragon. Prepare yourself. Brace. Separate. Do something. Just don't. And another explosion goes off. Her message is cut out. Noelle might have been shot down.
She has plot armor.
Noelle doesn't take L's. Sometimes you gotta go back to land.
Alright,
She
okay.
was flying too high, maybe. Who knows? The mission, whatever it was, it's like
not important anymore.
it was eviscerated in 6 seconds. Whatever you're dealing with is on par with a world like Angel. Like, as again, coming by this massive blue dragon, you all hear now a voice, not in your minds, but so loud, so thunderous, that it rocks to your heart and your bones. You literally hear the vibrations before you hear the sound. Like, your body feels vibrations before you hear the sound almost, you know, even though they're the same thing, whatever.
Change the light.
Yeah.
Want to change the light?
It's right there.
Well,
It's blue. It's blue for us.
Hello, everyone. I'm so thankful you could bring this for me. But I'm not thankful you're still here. Goodbye.
as the voice rings out with this dragon's rumbling throat, you hear a bunch of other voices. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. As all the wind begins to blow by, a curtain, no, a cloud, no, a mist of dragons, of little blue dragons, each the size of probably a horse, begin to fly by. The brood of what you would know to be, what you think to be the legendary blue dragon Otto of Zazoglot, the Light of Doom, the one of the dragon lords that is advised to never come across, but is way far from her territory for some reason. And all these little blue dragons, easily 100 of them. Either they're her kin or her family or her group, but they are her warriors in this case. And it starts. People start firing in panics. Yeah, go ahead.
Can she use her
The
gem
stone.
thing? And 2, how many people can she take with that?
She can take 5, I think.
We'd have to leave every.
Well,
we'd have
sorry,
to leave.
Carrie and Kuzak.
They're not. Well, Carrie's here. Grima's not.
Oh, right,
And Kuzak's
yeah.
not. So
Can we take the robot? Like, I know this sounds pretty dark.
Let me take the robot.
We could take the robot.
You
'cause
have your
that
bag of
has
holding. Shove the robot in a bag of holding.
Quick, go,
Oh, of course.
Get in.
One moment.
Push him in.
I'm like shoving the legs in.
I'm panicking so much, I'm losing my accent. I now understand what's happening. You're just panicked.
Carrie speaks up. What the fuck?
Can you get them in here now?
She's
I don't need to breathe.
gonna call a message. She's
Wait,
gonna try to
what?
send a message.
I don't need to breathe.
Are you getting in the bag?
Yes, if I have to, I can hand one of you the stone, and then we can take more people. Is there anybody else here who doesn't need to breathe?
You need to breathe.
Right?
Does anybody else not need to breathe?
As you're all saying this, you all hear like a massive explosion, a bright light from behind you, and all of a sudden the ship shakes the side. You
I don't
all
think there's
fall
time.
to your feet, and Carrie,
Get in!
Carrie just speaks up. She's like, "No!" As she turns. There were no words said in this moment except that, but the understanding's there. As she turns and runs away from you guys. She does not need you to save her or does not want you to save her.
Oh.
Her priorities are somewhere else.
Okay.
Kuzak.
There's
She
love.
grabs you guys then and like holds on to all of you.
If there's any other papers or anything that might look like any
logbook,
sort of
okay, yeah.
information, I just
Okay, yeah, well,
as fast as I can.
of course. You grab all this shit. You all of a sudden, as Carrie runs
As she's
away,
like grabbing,
Yeah,
I'm
even
grabbing
if it
out the
looks
stone.
like useless, taking it.
As Carrie runs away, she opens the door, fire erupts out, but she runs into the flames, into the smoke. As the back of the ship is now in blazes. You feel the tilt, things are starting to move, you all start to hear.
All right, hold on, gamers.
And she then cracks the stone, I guess, because I'm assuming that's what we do.
All right, let's do
Hold on,
this.
You grab the stone, you squeeze it. The last thing you hear before
Friends to
anything
the
else
end.
is said is,
I hope you all enjoyed your life, because you're going to be beautiful as ash.
as this dragon
Oh,
screams
it's so
out.
hardcore.
Wow.
No! Lightning crackles out the breath now. Fragments you can see in the split second outside the window. Lightning firing between the vessels. The Alex Grace taking a hit on its side. Explosions erupting. A blue fire only known by Fossick flame erupts out the side, and the stone cracks. The static electricity builds in the air. All your hair sticks up. Your skin itches, and then you're all sucked into the stone. I like you guys getting away. I wasn't sure what you were gonna do.
Yeah, no, we were like, goodbye.
Peace. Adios.
We're relevant for the plot later,
Yeah.
so goodbye.
Peace out.
As you
We have this cool thing called the Rock of Plot Armor. It immediately ejects you from the scene if you are relevant to a future event.
facts. We do know that most of the Ashborn are dead though, but we know where some of them die.
Yeah, it's the like where did
Yeah.
they die? I don't think any of them died here.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, now they didn't.
Yeah, it's true. As you guys get sucked out, many of you have teleported before. Your lower levels though make it a little difficult on your body. Some of you that are less attuned to magic, you feel the pull. No!
The sound of teleportation.
It's teleportation. There will be a period where there was a boop boop and no sound.
Okay.
But you teleport and you feel yourself just seeing light. The word of recall is such a powerful bit of teleportation. Clerics use it. Infusing it into a stone is nearly impossible unless you have someone of true faith magic and power. And you do on your side, a team of divine mages.
The Holy Disrupt. I'm
And you
kidding. I'm kidding.
One of them was out there, Noelle.
Yeah.
But you also have agents of the throne. You have the court magicians with you. You have one, the seer, the leader of the Archinist Temple in Velen, who is a master of divine magic. A court magician, very powerful, who can fuse these objects.
You say what the name? What's her name?
Her name?
Okay.
1 second. She's also known as the seer. But Mother... I was going to say Teresa. No.
We can't have Alicia Keys.
Isn't this the same one that's still a court magician?
Yes.
Oh!
I wouldn't know this.
Oh, you're right.
She is still a court magician. Stuart, Calvin's mentioned her once.
Wow.
Yeah, Rosalie knows her. It does start with a T.
I'm sure glad we have the
Yeah.
court magician, the seer, with us to help.
Thanks, miss.
I don't think I can say
plot
that.
drop. No, you're right. Okay. I'll look it up as I say. Explain this.
Yeah.
But
That wasn't in character.
no, of course.
Yeah, I wouldn't know this anyway, so.
Yeah, as you
Can't bring it
guys,
back.
Mother Versa.
Right.
Mother Versa.
Mother
right.
Versa is an old Canaan woman. She's basically what is almost the equivalent of a nun/priest of the Archinist faith. But she's a court magician as well. She's a recent addition to the court magicians by a few years, less than a decade. But as you all flying through the space, lights passing by, the cold air blowing past you. You feel yourself extended, stretched. Your stomachs, they feel so nauseous. And then all of a sudden, you come into this space, your eyes open, dust blowing out as you are in an underground cave system. The floor filled with dust, the walls lit by lanterns, the ceiling carved like a temple. It's a cave that is carved into a temple. And ahead of you, you see 2 temple aides that look back. Yes, this way, Ashborn, this way. Inform the mother on what just happened. As they lead you away, I know you don't understand any of this. You all know that if it came to it, you would go back to her because Mother Versa is an old friend of Elena, and assisting the Ashborn even before the collective on personal missions. She has a bit of money, and she wanted to bring goodness into the world, basically charity work, but also defeating more incumbent devils and arrivals into this world that bring darkness and evil. So she enlisted the Ashborn as a bit of assistance. She worked with Elena before Elena was part of the Ashborn. But yeah, as you were heading down these paths, you passed through massive, beautiful colonnades carved from the stone of the mountain itself, of gray and marble, a mix of stones. It's like there was a vein of marble in some areas, and it was left in the stones. They were carving it out. You see inlaid gems here and there. You walk into a massive cave structure with pillars holding up the roof, but it's carved into a beautiful, pristine, like chapel center, like a beautiful, beautiful church. Like, and in the back wall there is crystals instead of a glass framed window. These massive crystals give off this soft white light, and around and carved from the crystals are statues, crystal statues of Astakor and of Velnia, the statues of the Arcanist faith. This is, as you would know, the primordial Arcanist temple. It is not a secluded temple, but it's a hard to get to temple, and it's deep within a mountain. That was because the Supreme Temple in Velen was destroyed in the attack a few years back during the first initiative that killed most of the noble family. But as you walk back, you pass by clerics, you pass by wounded, as other people are teleporting to the space, peering here and there. Some with burn marks. Some people do not come back. And as you move through this temple, you see clerics tending to them. The clergy of the Arcanist faith is not a government entity, but the government is intertwined with the faith. So the faith works separately under Mother Versa as a neutral agent, but secretly works with the resistance. And as you led to the back spaces, having a special relationship with Mother Versa allowed you some access beyond some of the other teams. But as you come in to this back room, passing down these halls, you pass by one chamber guarded by multiple silver doors. A silver door caged barred with another one behind it, everything pristine, magical circles on the floor, paladins up front. This is what is known as the Holy Reliquary. And as you pass by it, the thought comes to your mind, Elena, and the concern kind of wriggles on your face that you really hope they don't have to use what's in there. But it's just a thought that passes by your head. And you pass to the back offices of Mother Versa. As everyone is now in this back room, as the back wooden doors are opened, the clerics let you in. There's a group of 9 clerics in here discussing with this old Canaan woman. Her snout and hair, well, she's not too old by now, but she's graying. She'd be considered a little above middle age at this point. In your current time, the players don't know this. Kaizen would actually know this, but she's like in her hundreds, which is not normal for a Canaan. But her dog-like face, and she almost has like a Yorkshire mustache, near the front, but she has not a Yorkshire. It's more wolf-like, but with that fluff near the front,
I was like, is she a Yorkie?
No.
Damn.
She's
I wanted her to be a Yorkie.
She's a wolf, but she has very shaggy hair fur. She's graying in some areas. She has her hood up with her diadem of her faith on her forehead, her thick cloak, and her tapestry that drapes down either shoulder, showing symbols of the faith and images of it. And the clerics are all just like, Mother Versa, we don't know where they are. We've lost communication. As you're coming into the room, you realize, just coming in with you, is a Holy Disruptor member. The one who takes Noelle's. Noelle comes into the room behind you, her cloak half destroyed. She wears like a silver silk cloak, and half of it is just gone. She has some of her skin revealed with burn marks all over the left side. You see that she has some under armor, some magical chain. She has all this shit on, but she's alive, but took a lot of damage. Her nearly like platinum blonde hair that's like sort of like cut rounded near a bob, almost like a bob, you know?
Power bob, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. She walks into the space, the shock in her clear glassy, almost like weird eyes. You every time you stare at Noelle, her eyes seem almost like bizarrely fake, like glass, but they have this lavender like iris. She walks into space, looks at you, Elena, nods, then walks towards the cleric, Mother Versa, and she raises her hand. She quiets all the clerics. I assume this means things did not go as planned. You would assume right, as you all nod, and Noelle also speaks for you.
Otto,
Yes?
who are these people?
Oh boy. I kind of just... I give her a quick, like, little, like...
Rundown
of like, who's...
Mother Versa, Seer, this is Noelle, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, you explain everything.
Just keep
Quiet.
keep quiet and you should be fine.
As you know,
She, like, kind of, like, goes and, like, bows. We managed to get quite a bit of information. We actually secured one of their bots, the ones that can give you information.
Very good, very good.
As well, we completed our part of the mission, but we were attacked.
that is very good. Please present this construct.
I open up the bag of holding. 1 second. No, that's the logbook. No, this is the
Pull it
logbook.
out by like the legs.
Here's the okay, here, someone here. There's her legs.
Oh, hello. Greetings. Oh, welcome. This creature just looks around the room. Mother Versa walks over, her clothing like waving back and forth as she moves. She looks upon it. I'm not too familiar, but one of our more construct efficient agents will have to give a look over, make sure he doesn't have any sort of tracking magic on him. Noelle actually speaks up. Mother Cleric, I know obviously the mission has not gone correctly, but I must tell you that the other portions were more successful. She chooses her words carefully. Noelle looks to Mother Versa, and her eyes, Noelle's eyes, almost twinkle and glow slightly. And Mother Versa nods. We will discuss such matters later. Please, you may not all be as horribly injured, but we're not in a time crunch. Go to the clerics, heal yourselves up. Mother Versa looks towards you, Elena. I'm glad you have survived.
It is all due to you. Thank you so much, my friends.
It would be a sad world without you.
Of course.
She nods. You can see that Mother Versa has very sad eyes. She's not sad, Elena. You know her not to be, but everyone can always see that her eyes look so sad. And it almost has a magic enchantment to it sometimes, where it makes you feel not just pity, but like that you need to care what she cares about, you know? Like a charm almost. But it's not known to be magic. It's just somehow her.
Yeah.
But Mother Versa nods and goes back to some of her clerics, and Noelle will depart the room with the rest of you unless you want to say anything. Okay.
Do we give...
You give the construct and the logbook to them, yes.
Yeah. And anything else that was...
Of course.
That she deemed useful that I snagged?
The metal disc is given over as well. The logbook, the papers, and the construct. Yep. And you guys leave the room. As the door shuts behind you and the clerics circles the door, Noelle actually stops and turns towards the rest of you. How was it on your side?
Could have been better.
We had a hell of a time taking down a ship that because it was half destroyed by the time that we completed our part of the mission. But after that, we just made sure that people didn't know who we were. So we just
And just
let it
for
finish
reference,
itself.
by half, we literally mean half. It was blown in half. We had to crash it. So that was fun. Anyway,
This mission definitely tested everyone, and I am reluctant to see who we have lost, but I have to attend to that.
I don't think the other people that made it that we were on the other ship. I don't believe they made it. 2 of them were separated from us, and the other one, well, we tried to take her with us, and then she
ran.
She ran. She wanted to probably be with her love.
Shock and concern can do much when reason is lost in a fight. I'm sure they are happy together. It does not make sense why the Blue Dragon would arrive. Zazolat is not of the Northern Territories.
I was thinking she's very far out of the way.
She brought her entire brood, too.
Yes.
It makes you wonder.
I don't think I would have an idea of what her motivations
Probably
would be.
not.
Yeah, I was like...
I would like to discuss with you later, Otto. I know you have some knowledge of the peaks. I will get some of the other proficient minds in that area, and we will have to formulate a new plan. That is, if the Ashborn are still with us.
I mean, I believe that we are. We gained some very good information. We learned more about their headquarters.
That will be...
We have a
completely
last known location too.
We will have to discuss that very soon then. You are bleeding on the mother's floors though, so please get yourself patched up, and Elena, meet me in the command offices. And Otto, at nightfall, after you get some food in you, please come to the room as well.
Of course.
Well, I guess also we could go play a few tunes after we get patched up, boost the morale a little bit. Yeah. Good luck.
Noelle turns and walks away. Her boots are laid with metal
Made
on
for
the
walking?
heels, and whenever you hear her come, you always hear the metal sort of tink, 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 or tink, tink, tink.
Is there actually metal on her boots?
Yes, the bottom of her boots are metal.
It's like when,
Tap dancing?
this is a very specific, like, scenario. It's like when you were in school and you heard, like, a teacher walking through the
Yes.
hall with the heels.
And what's funny is Noelle's actually much shorter than all of you. She's only about like 5'1", 5.
Oh my God.
Something like
How
that.
tall is Otto?
Otto is a little more slender and tall. He's probably like 5'8", if anything.
Here, give us all heights.
With your horns, you probably reach a solid 5'9". If with
Oh
your
my
head,
gosh,
you're probably
wow.
like a 5. Like you have
Pretty decent
you
height.
lose 4 inches on a 5'9", so you're like 5'5" mace whenever without your horns.
None of us are reaching
You're the same height.
Yeah.
6 foot. over
Elena
here.
is almost of the tall. She's like just the same height, if not a little bit taller than Otto, like but less than an inch. You know.
The tallest.
But as you guys head out, as you split up, but first you get patched up, you go to the medical wing. You see some companions that you are familiar with, and some you are not. You see some people that you were familiar with, not here.
Is he checking for Kuzak and Gary?
You maybe see a badly injured cat man with a human woman.
Yes! They made it out!
It was.
Grima!
It was canonical. Like, I guess Grima didn't. That's
Oh no!
what you get for not having plot armor or a good name.
It's your fault for saying Tabaxi, man.
I know.
At the beginning.
It was my
That's
fault.
the first name that came to my head.
I'm so stupid. How dare
You're
I?
lucky I didn't say Garfield.
Okay, 1 second. As you're looking around the space, you recognize some other individuals, some very recent joiners to the cause. One, though, one is a woman that you were trying to convince to join the Ashborn because her fighting is very well like patterned with yours, Elena. and you would both make great fighters on the front lines. This is Paulina Aethelwolf, and in fact is someone you've been trying to work on to join the group, and she is alive and getting patched up, but you don't see the rest of her team with her. But you also see some other individuals of interest, and Indigo, you do recognize Paulina, obviously, or...
I've never summoned her before.
No, you do.
so I recognize her?
Yeah. There's an emotion, attachment in your heart that feels the same way whenever you summon any of them. That's someone of your story, Indigo. Someone of Asha's story, one of your songs, yet to come. But you do recognize her. Paulina Aethelwolf, the story comes to your mind. The clever animal, you think, is the song that Asha made in the idea for Paulina. A clever half-elf warlock with a contract tied to an archfey who loves games and loves to show off. Oh, what was...
Steve Harvey?
What was her name? He believes she was of some glowing wood to the far south, a lantern wood. Some archfey woman. But yes, a pact with her. Oh, she loved her son, and wanted to run away together, but... Oh, yes, the clever animal story is actually kind of sad, you realize. She challenged the Fae. The Fae kept her son, and she was banished. Yes, that story comes to you, Indigo. The song comes to you. A woman robbed of her child from the matron of her power. A contract that cannot be broken. Yep.
Wonder what happened to the son. Guys, I wonder what happened.
Wonder where he is now.
But as these stories come
That's
to
my
you...
crack theory.
Is...
As these stories come to you, as you split off with Mace to play music, as you guys go about your business, you hear something in the back of your head like a message ascending. Indigo.
I wanna go see if I can. Do I see Otto?
You turn to look to Otto, and you turn to your side, and you see the hallway extend out.
What?
Light bends to the side, and all of a sudden, Indigo.
Should we switch the thing?
You see a shell standing over you,
Indigo?
shaking you awake. As the rest of the party looks at you.
Indigo. Good morning,
Where am I?
darling.
Who am I?
Indigo?
Indigo?
Oh, no.
Are you alright, darling? We just got out of that. The ice thing.
Oh, right.
You realize that you've been holding and looking at this body of a dead Meldrick Collective soldier, and you're holding a tool of engineering or something like that, or some sort of magical device to cut metal.
Would have been wild if it was Carrie, but it's not her.
Just a frozen Gary.
I mean, are they recognizable or are they just mummified?
You think this was an engineer you passed in the hallway? Yeah. There's an engineer from the Twin Star, not sponsored, that you passed in the hallway.
Holy crap, it was real. Ooh.
What the hell are you talking about?
This is mine?
Is it? You know, it's yours? What are you talking about?
I just had like a whole vision trip.
Are you alright?
I don't know. Let me switch my character sheet back to Indigo.
Well, how is everyone else? Cause my heel hurts, but I should be fine. I'm glad you told me, reminded me that Armor of Agathis exists.
Yes.
Oh, and is everyone? Oh my God, Skyson, he's knocked out cold.
Is
An ice block hit him on the head. So
Sadu? Did Sadu get hurt?
Sadu got a little hurt, but not too much.
All right. Well, Rosalie, are you alright, darling?
Did you guys actually like tie her down to
She's in her sleeping
Sadu?
No,
bag.
she was
No.
just.
Yeah.
She shifts and then just rolls off Sadu. Bonk.
Oh, good.
Oh goodness.
I'm so sorry, darling. Oh no.
Big red welt forming
I
on
like-
her head.
Oh, hurts.
Well, I hate to ask this, but can you walk?
Yes,
Because Kaislin,
Yes.
Kaislin.
He's alive, but he's like out cold.
Oh, I think we need to attach him to something now.
Yes.
Sorry, Rosalie.
My head is pounding. Just give me some
No,
time.
I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I think I might have been allergic to something that we ate. I thought something really
rabbits.
bad.
The black pepper.
No, I'm not giving her that same allergy. No.
Maybe the cows got you sick or something.
You get allergic
Yeah.
to hay.
Yeah, you got-
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, so it's probably like hay fever or something.
I don't know.
I'm gonna roll to determine a tail.
Mm-hmm.
See if I get lucky.
Does that mean if you get one of us, can we roleplay as the? Oh my god!
Traveler. Hang on. Which one's the traveler?
That's Otto.
Winning!
Wow.
Yeah.
You feel back in the door, a call from me.
Oh my gosh, perfect. I still tailed myself.
Alright, let me just secure Kaislin here while you're doing it.
Rosa's gonna help you.
Go
Thank
play the
you,
tune,
darling.
and you call upon the spirit, and from the ocarina, a star on the ocarina glows, and a figure blows out from the breath, and illuminated in a sort of almost translucent but glowing body, you see a familiar Otto Bront, the traveler, in front of you. That sort of takes your hand, giving you the power.
Otto! Are you playing him or Ryan?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be asking a lot of questions.
I think
on
I
the
probably have to
proposal
take it
now.
over at this point, yeah. So,
It was fun though.
yeah.
That was fun.
You did good. You all
Thank
did
you.
great.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Otto, do you remember in the attack on the Alex Grace, how Asha was acting weird? Do you remember that? Is that real?
Are we seeing this happen?
Yes, you can
Okay.
see her talking to a spirit. For her, it seems more real, but you all, if you focus hard enough, can start to see the outline of a body. As the magic is starting to pass into you, but the spirit is maintaining with you. Yeah. So she's talking to someone dead.
I think she's talking to someone there right now.
I do remember.
You do?
Yes, I do.
That was me.
Perhaps.
What do you mean, perhaps? I just saw visions.
You are right in front of me. Your body is not like the body back then.
Well, it was my consciousness at least, or something.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
There are things that you don't understand,
I know that.
and that's okay. I don't have the answers in the way you want them. All I have is what you witnessed happened. Did it happen exactly the same? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. But it did happen.
Okay, good to know. Oh, I feel like I could ask you more things, but I'm so lost right now.
Come to terms with your feelings. Stabilize yourself.
Right.
Don't tread. Don't run where you don't see. Understand your situation before you ask anything else.
I don't know if I can, but I'll try.
Otto, now that you've seen him in person, again has that sort of all like wise, knowing look. Has little glasses. Looks very formal and very focused, but doesn't willingly give you anything, you know?
Thanks. Alright, well, you can hang out now, for now, I guess.
I will be here to aid you.
Yeah, thank you.
He'll pass into your magic.
Indigo, do you need a second to find yourself? 'Cause I know you've been feeling off today in general.
Are you okay? What just happened?
So, crazy plot twist. Asha was there at the destruction of the Alex Grace.
What?
Yeah, I got like a pretty good look at the landscape, so I might be able to.
I thought she
Figure it
was
out.
against the collective.
We were on like an undercover mission in the fleet around the Alex Grace.
When you say we, what are you talking about?
Me, Asha, Asha was there. There was a vision.
So it was just
Because
Asha?
did this belong to Asha?
It may have been the same device that was being shown to you,
Right.
but maybe it was something to do with the prisoner. Maybe this was a tool for escape or something, or
Maybe it's not mine. I don't know, but it was the beginning. I saw it.
Okay. Well, how about you just hold on to that, you collect yourself, and let's figure out where
I got a bunch of information.
sit down and talk this
Just
over.
Collect yourself first. Okay, maybe we get out of. Should we stay in the cave?
Well, they
Might be
Does it
dangerous to
sound
leave
stable?
the cave.
it's no telling with this one. You might be better off finding another nook in the mountains to hide in.
I say we just keep trying to find a nook, a nice area to
Like some sort of cracker, more natural cave.
Maybe one without cultist bodies.
Yes, because the one thing that makes an environment not feel so hospitable is corpses. Littered. Like
Yes.
flies.
Maybe okay. I slim this on Sadhu.
Your Hot Wheel.
Chell, your Hot Wheel, no.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Sponsored.
No sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Oh, I still didn't grab it and bring it in here.
It's okay. Thank you.
Eternus Fiat.
Interesting.
Right.
So I guess we.
You guys
Go try to
exit
find another.
the tunnel, and as soon as you step out, there's no massive windstorm or blizzard like you saw before when you were traveling through the tunnels. It is clear now. There's a light fog in the air, and every once in a while there's some snowflakes. There is cloud cover high above, but it's puffy white clouds. You are at the side of a massive mountain. You're essentially like the mountain's slanted like this. You're like halfway up the mountain, but all the ridges and where the mountains connect, you can easily traverse around the ridges and everything, and you can head through the peaks. And just looking at the Dead Magic Collective individuals, this may not be too far from where you're heading, but you'll just have to go up and see if you can see anything, or try something else. So heading up is probably your best decision. And as you begin to trudge up, you're crunching through snow. It's thick, but it's a cold, quiet mountain day. Every once in a while you see something flying in the distance, but like, I'm not sure if it's a dragon or not, but it doesn't interact with you right now, so you're okay.
All right.
Does anybody have a piece of paper? Or should-
Yeah,
I have
mean-
a piece of journal paper.
Rosalie takes out her journal and takes out her auto quill. You can just talk and I can record as you're talking. I just have to
I
think
need
it.
to write it with mine.
That would be
What do you mean
Kaisen.
write it?
I just need it.
I have a piece of paper right here.
Thank you. It's like we have a pen. Or
Tear it
a
out
pen.
of Kaizen's journal.
Thank you. She just starts like.
Sharon, by the way, can you roll survival for me with advantage?
Yes. Okay. With advantage. Okay.
Yeah. I'll say Sadu's helping you.
You've been here before. No, I'm kidding.
I did say it.
The turn is possessed by Otto.
The spirit of Otto possesses me. With advantage,
Yep.
survival.
I had the energy of the episode
19.
where Jadzia tried to contact all of her past
Oh,
lives,
yeah.
and they appeared as bodies of her friends. Anyway,
That'd be sick.
in DS9. Anyway.
Eterna will be leading you to essentially a nice cave, secluded area to like rest if you guys maybe want to take a long rest eventually. But Eterna's basically taking the route that is best traveled because this is a terrain that Eterna seems familiar with. But yeah, continue.
Oh, I'm just writing down like everything I can remember.
Oh, all the notes? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah. Eventually, after about an hour of trekking or an hour and a half, you get a little bit further up the mountain tops to another ridge line, and you find a little little space to sort of like camp out at, you know? Relax at for a little bit if you wanted to rest. I'd be a little bit further to get to the top of the mountains, but you could camp here if you wanted. As it's a little bit of a cave of stone with some snow covering. It's kind of hidden, but it's okay.
Do we want to camp here for the night, or do we want to keep going?
Maybe.
I think we need to stop for a minute.
Yeah, it would
Yes.
probably be the safest to stop because we don't know where we'll find something else anytime soon.
That is true. Today I'm getting kind of hungry. And I think Kaislin,
Oh yeah, I felt hungry for like. That sucked.
What, you felt
Being
like...
hungry?
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Well, does that mean that like you have to like a beating heart and
Yeah.
to breathe and things?
I was human.
Oh.
And it was
What,
like,
did you
I thought I
pass
had
out?
empathy.
I know what it's like to be tired.
What, did you finally, like... Let me get, did you pass out or something? 'Cause you didn't breathe? Like, what?
I'll get it.
Did you remember to breathe?
Yes, I did.
If you've never had to breathe before, would that mean you would have to consciously breathe?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes I have to consciously breathe.
Now you're all consciously breathing. You're all thinking about
What?
how you're breathing.
Do I need to breathe? Do I have lungs? Like, I never really thought about it. I don't think I have, like, the lungs in the same way that people normally do.
The question is, do you need the ones you have right now?
I mean, you could just cover your mouth and see do you
And
pass
I
out.
feel like I'd pass out. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not stupid.
Especially at this altitude.
Yeah. Okay, let's sit down.
Okay.
Let's start setting up camp.
Okay.
Alright.
You do so. This cave is small, it doesn't go too far back. It's just a little divot, but it's nice.
Can I see if there are any creatures to hunt in here?
Make another survival roll for me, please. We'll say with advantage again.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving you the terrain bonus.
Oh, awesome.
And because Saudi is helping you in this case.
Rosalie, whenever you get the chance, I want to
It's a
talk to
nat
you.
20.
Okay.
This isn't so high that there's no animals. You do find traces of goat, mountain sheep, and nesting birds in the area somewhere. So Eternal can be out hunting those. And with that 20, you'll get a very successful hunt. We'll say 2 whole goats, one for Sato, one for the party.
Nice.
2 sheep, and some birds.
Okay, I come
It's a
home.
good hunt.
With like my. I presume that I said. I'm sorry. I'm just imagining Kaislin being strapped to the back of Sadu the whole time, and then I just put the dead goats over him.
I'm assuming we take Kaislin off.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we take him off, but the image of me piling the dead goats on top of Kaislin is so
Kaislin,
funny.
I forgot you were there.
Oh, Kaislin, I'm so sorry.
Is Stuart tired?
Yeah.
But either way, I bring Sadu back with the 2 dead goats like across her back and
Yeah.
like holding the dead birds.
Mhm.
And I start going to prepare the birds.
Yeah.
For like a meal, probably
Very
Some-
basic meal, but it works.
probably some kind of stew again.
You have water and meat.
I have one meal
Yeah.
and it's stew.
You'll make it work. You'll always make it work.
And
Play your
stew
fingers.
making.
Yeah.
Ooh, stew making, let's go.
Well, Eterna.
You know what? How about I go and get some spices from my pocket dimension? yeah?
Yes, actually, I would love to. Normally, I don't have many in the way of spices.
I know!
But you know,
That's why
we're
I
eating on the road.
Made
right?
note of that. I made note to grab some. We were in the Helgen village.
Oh, cool.
Be careful what you put in there. Again, I don't know what it is that I ate, so do not agree with me.
Rabbit.
It's probably whatever gruel they served
It
us.
was probably you have an allergy to hay.
Yeah. You know what your body dimension, and you do retrieve some spices. Some of them are actually. I'm gonna say this line got into some of the wooden ones, the wooden cups and lidded vessels.
Back.
But the glass ones are still okay. So the spices in glass are fine. Yeah. Yeah. You return with some spices.
Can I see if there's any alchemist supplies over around here?
Sure.
Just to see.
I might give you disadvantage because this isn't a train you're used to, but you can roll, we'll say, you can roll nature or survival for me.
Cool. Reminds you of one other thing.
You said disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oh, watch. All of my good luck went into being a different character.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my good luck went into being another character. 11.
All your good luck is
Elena's
past.
just cooler than you.
Yeah,
you know?
I've never rolled good rolls on this die
so funny.
until playing Mace,
Dude.
by the way. I had never gotten above a 10 when I rolled this, and then with Mace, it was just consistently.
The Ashborn, they're
Ashborn are just better than
they're
us
better,
guys.
yeah.
And then like the one low roll I got was actually rolling my good dice. So, I don't know, Mace's crazy magic
Yeah, you
helped me.
you find spices. You find like a root that you're not entirely sure it's an herbalism root, but hey, it's a root.
She finds a root.
It's flavor, if anything.
Flavor.
Flavor.
Spicy.
Wait, she kind of like licks it. Is it like tingle or poison? Does it feel bad?
Just a bit better. Bitter. Not-
Okay, no, then
not
that's
bad.
poison.
Yeah.
She spits out, like she takes a little bit of water, spits it out, and throws the root back. Actually, no, she takes the root and pockets it.
Put it in the stew, yeah. I like it.
No, she's gonna try to use it for other stuff. But no, if it's bitter or if it hurts, then it's poison. That's how you identify mushrooms. And remember.
From our foray.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
What's up?
I was
Real life
gonna.
cyclist.
I have to get materials and supplies for making Sadhu,
That's right.
my animal. Would any of those be around here?
You could maybe make the charcoal, and you might be able to find some more herbs, but probably not with the. No, probably not. It's like it's the mountains, but it's like a little higher than most plants grow. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could have found some of that stuff in the corpses of the metallurgic collective people.
Herbs?
No, like charcoal
Oh.
and stuff.
If you could find it there, I'm sure you'll be able to find where you're going.
That's true.
That's fair. Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be so many dead bodies.
And I'm gonna hunt for stuff among them.
Oh, I am too, baby.
Woohoo!
Right.
Kaizen.
Not again.
It was.
Kaizen, like you put Kaizen on Sadhu, but they collide too much, so like he like flips out and sort of
Started clipping.
Yeah, he clips and then in his sleeping bag, like a little stick just flies in the air.
Physics got messed up.
Oh no.
Once I finish with the stew, or once I get it just kind of simmering,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
And I will help you cook.
with the spices and stuff like
No
that.
offense.
Eterna, she only knows how to make stew.
Mixed survival.
Water, meat, got it.
Yeah, she makes like the most basic stew you could possibly make.
You know, I think Achel would teach you how to make bone broth.
And she would love to know that.
Actually.
Because we
Yeah.
have dead animals, and
It's just me doing the tattoo. That's why I was trying
Yes.
not to interrupt.
and she
They probably need someone's help. with
but
that.
once she finishes with the stew stuff, she's gonna go work on the sheep,
Yep.
and she's gonna keep the wool
Okay. Yeah.
or the sheep's. Is there a way that she could like?
These are more like they used to be like their ancestors probably used to be some sort of herd sheep, but they've been living up here and they got a little more wild. But you could like take some of the wool off, yeah.
Yeah, because I was wondering like, would it be? She's gonna, I guess, get her short sword or something and try to like shear it.
You'll try. With that survival rule from before, we'll add it into that and say you do get some wool. Well, how about this? I'll give you 1.5 pounds of wool.
Okay, I'll put that in my
You know,
inventory.
For funsies, could I possibly make broth, like a bigger batch of broth at some
Hold on
point to hold on to, put it in my little pocket dimension so
Yeah.
we can
If we have,
so we can constantly have nice broth.
Whoa.
we could use the sheep bones.
Yeah.
yeah.
What if
use a
What if you
Chell's
guys-
genie lamp as a fridge? Yeah.
What if you guys took the bones of the dead silver dragon from before and made dragon broth?
Yo, that's actually
Dragon
sounds
wing.
pretty delicious.
Actually?
I gotta say, in Hythea,
Dungeon and was it dungeon meshing? What's
Dungeon Mesh.
yeah.
And Cheryl, you would have an idea of this, but there is a black market in Heracor that has been trying to be covered up and like broken down by the law because it's illegal now. But there used during Draconic War, there was a serious trade of dragon pieces because magical creatures have magic in them. So if you use them properly, you can use them for spellcasting or enhancing your abilities.
You know,
So a lot of people would just like buy anything that's dragon, even if it wasn't dragon, you know?
I had this horrible feeling you were about to say Dragonborn. I had a horrible
Look,
feeling.
In the darkest parts of the black market, you don't know.
Yeah,
what's
they got
going on.
Dragonborn kidneys.
But yeah,
No.
most of the time it was like
Kavak, no.
it was like drakes that were like, oh, the legendary dragon of the east. Oh, it's just drake. It's just a drake, you know. But like it's like yeah, people used to eat it as a weird Victorian
Medicine.
oh, I love this.
Like mummies?
Mummies, yeah. But also it had
You know,
nutritional
that's why
value
we
because
don't
it is
have.
meat.
That's why we don't have a lot of mummies. Is because the British ate them all.
Okay.
But yeah, you have,
Fun fact.
You have some of it. But yeah,
Hey, Indigo, are you
What?
still working on stuff?
No, I sort of wrote it all down. I'm just kind of.
She has a whole red string board, man.
yeah.
Could you help me attune to this? I can't do it by myself.
It's like the little tattoo
I'm
vial.
not a tattoo artist.
Can I overhear this? Oh wait, are you talking about tattoos?
Yes.
I know how to do that.
You do?
Yes. Listen, when you work in the industry, you do a lot of crazy shit. Okay? I may not be an expert. I don't have like a proficiency or whatever, but I could do it. Plus, it's a magic tattoo. It's not like you actually have to have
Yeah,
skill.
doesn't it like shape itself or something?
There's more
Yes,
for
you just
flavor that it takes a
have-
second hand.
You have to press it into the skin and it kind of hurts and I don't think I'd be able to hold it there the entire time. So,
Where would you like it then?
just on my hand.
Your hand is gonna hurt. I heard being on your hand is like one of the most like painful areas.
I think this one is wide enough to go up. It would be like a sleeve, if anything. But yeah.
I mean, I
But I
kind of
guess
think
you
it.
don't really have leg to
The-
put it on.
It's also something that you should. It's like a grasp. So I'm assuming it has to go on your hands.
Would I know
Well,
if that's
I don't think it's gonna
true or not?
poke the entire
what
arm.
little you've heard about magical tattoos is that they do require certain areas sometimes. And in this case, it probably would work better on the arm, even if it didn't
Okay.
need the arm.
Alright, well. Let's go then.
So you start.
Fine.
You look. Yeah, it's like she doesn't need to look away. She.
You start this, and it is sort of like a prick.
Like a
Then you feel
big
warm
break.
heat all of a sudden pass into there, and it's almost like a little burn. And all of a sudden, the needle pulls from your hand, and it sort of slips out, and it just sort of just starts wrapping. As you see from the vial, the powder that was in there is almost like a string in the air that comes to the tip of the needle. And then it's just like almost like it's sewed into your body almost. And like, oh yeah, it hurts. It's like,
She's like.
it's on the wrist bone, like not even on the skin or muscle, not even on the muscle, but on the bone where it meets your wrist bone. It kind of like it's there, and you're like,
It's just like.
You
yeah.
see, like her ears just kind of like sitting there, being like.
Can you take a break?
I don't think you can.
You can't stop.
You see
because
her
if you
skin's
do,
like inflamed now.
Can you not take a break with the magic tattoos?
No, you
It's
cannot.
probably it's just going
It's,
at it.
it is just an actual attunement process, and you have to hold the needle in your skin the entire attunement process.
That is horrible.
So just like,
Also, thank goodness it does it by itself, because
Yeah.
that would be like really difficult for like an
Yeah.
actual tattoo, one-line tattoo. Don't move.
imagine
That'd be so difficult.
Imagine a child trying to do a tattoo, plays a prank on you, does something stupid. I just wrote in like Sylvan dumbass. People in Hythea get Sylvan tattoos because they think it's cool, right?
Yeah.
And no one knows what it really
It
says.
says like hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. But eventually it comes to an end and
Was it
the
I
needle
Love Family Feud?
falls to the ground.
I
And
thought
you're-
the needle just absorbs into your skin.
Oh, it falls into the ground, and then you see the needle just sort of turn into the air, it just like it evaporates. It was more of like a signifier that it was done.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
The skin's just like all puffy and red.
Yeah. Might want to wrap that. in
Don't go in
something.
salt water for a while.
Yeah.
How many times a day can I use this? I don't know. It doesn't actually. I'm trying to like read this really quick, so I wanted her to try it.
Watch, the instructions are like right here. It's like
It's
tattooed on
just an
your-
instruction manual.
Yeah.
You might want to wait to settle
Heal
first.
a little bit.
Just comes out of the
Okay,
arms.
we don't have second skin here. We don't
No.
have like the
Well, you're
the
not.
nice stick.
Yeah.
We don't have saran wrap
Yeah, I
we
was
could
gonna
just
say
put on.
plastic wrap.
Wait, is this not like once a day? This is just you can do it as much as you
You
want.
can just get the spell basically.
Dang.
Nice. I'm gonna have to double check that, but I guess since she has it and she wants to try it really bad because she's really curious.
Sure, go ahead.
What are you doing?
Is there like the bones on the ground still?
Yeah.
'Cause she doesn't want to hit any of you because she doesn't. Does it do damage? I don't think it does. Does it do
Just asking. That was a serious request.
What's up?
Making the broth.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, like, you don't have enough bones to make a huge amount of broth yet, but...
But I can make one for like a few days, right?
Probably 2.
Two.
Because, yeah,
Like-
you have to feed Saudu basically a whole sheep.
Oh no, this is for us.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You have
Yeah.
1 sheep and a couple bird bones, so, like, maybe 2 days.
Well,
What's up?
So we're not dissecting the animal yet, is what.
because that's what Eterna does is she prepares the meat of the sheep
Mhm.
separately, so she doesn't she
Just
maybe
give
gives
the carcass.
she doesn't give a whole carcass
to
to Sadu.
Yeah.
She will cut the meat off of the bones and then give
So
the
we
meat
have
primarily.
two.
So she'll probably
I mean, you don't give Saudu a leg bone here or there?
well, she'll give her a couple.
Yeah,
sure,
but-
she gives her a couple, of course,
Yeah.
because it's it's her dog. But
They have those bone-crushing teeth on a direwolf for a reason.
yeah, but she, so she's like, but like the
You can reserve more for yourself.
yeah, she's not like giving the whole
Yeah.
just straight up. She's getting the wool too.
So to feed
Off
all
of the-
5 of you, you'll have 2 days of rationing, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't need to eat.
Yeah.
I guess it was because I'm guessing there's some bones probably just laying off to the side that haven't been added to the stew yet. She's just gonna target that and do coiling grasp on it. It constricts it. So
You-
3d6.
Can't
You-
move.
Don't
And it sort of...
the bones.
The bone does kind of snap. Also, you take 5 damage. 5, we'll say piercing damage. As your new tattoo is still hurt. It still
Oh.
hurts, and I like the flavor of it. But you
You
use
let
the
it
spell,
heal.
and you're like, ow, fuck. But it
Honestly,
works.
you're not supposed to immediately do it. You're supposed to hold off for like at least a week or something.
Oh,
Well, is that some of the normal
Destroyed.
Why don't you
tattoo? I
like
don't know
wrap
what
it
the
up
magic
for
tattoo.
tonight?
okay. I just wanted to see what it did.
I mean, we don't have anything like clear to wrap it with.
Sheep stomach.
Actually,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Skin
Yeah.
off creatures.
If you
That
just
might help.
maybe if you boil the shit out of it and then put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not medical students.
This is the most Eterna of medicines. Let me tell you.
Let me put the sheep stomach.
Here,
on the wood.
look. I will start preparing another pot, and I will boil the sheep out of this sheep's
Yeah.
stomach, so that I can put it on your tattoo. It will help it heal.
Make sure,
They taught me,
make sure you chew on
this was.
I will boil the shit out of this sheep's stomach.
Make sure you chew on this sheep tongue. It will help your stomach feel better.
I have a.
Also, smell this bowl of sheep's blood. It's good for your overall health.
Yeah.
I love Eterna having like strange mountain goblin medicine. You know. But yeah.
Alright, well.
Okay. So, anything else? You guys are starting to feel tuckered out because it is kind of like higher elevation. You've been climbing, and the ice shards like cut up into some of you. So
And I just
Yeah.
also took damage because I did let my tattoo heal.
plus you can get an early start tomorrow.
Yeah.
On sunrise.
So shall we?
Go to sleep?
Yes.
Yes.
I can cast a tiny hut
That sounds good.
so that we don't really have to take watches.
And I know you wanted to talk, but I think we should wait for the morning. That seems like a lot of information.
I would still say we should probably still keep watch. At least one person.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm casting Tiny Hut.
Wall.
Tiny hut.
The tiny hut is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so watches. Which order?
I am watching.
All night.
That's great. I love how you don't sleep. 'Cause I mean, you guys could just leave her on.
Yeah.
Does she have like a little
She has it off. She's in sleep mode.
sleep mode?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else want to stay up though?
I'll
What?
No.
Don't leave me alone. I'm
So
lying.
just give me a solid perception
yeah.
roll.
Okay.
I'll
Because I want to talk to Rosalie, but like, not during like not right now. I don't think the watch system, the proper place for it. I'll wait till tomorrow so time can pass.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys usually have like an hour and a half to get ready before you head out. So
21.
21.
Wow, for once you roll
I know,
good
right?
on
I'm glad for you.
perception.
Why? Nothing happens?
In the middle of the night, nothing happens. Except as you're watching out there, as everyone is getting rest, as Sadhu has sort of like a blanket of frost on her, like she's like one of those like winter dogs, you know, like it's all the snow on
Yeah.
them, you know.
It doesn't go through the coat.
Yeah, and like every once in a while you'll see her eyes just kind of like open up, and her nose kind of blows out this hot
so
air.
sorry, Sadhu. You're
you know?
too big.
Sometimes she'll put her head in the hole, but then take it out, and put it in the hole and take it out, you know, for some of that hot air, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But you see a beautiful array of stars. You see the twinkling light of them as the clouds begin to clear ever so slightly. You see the moons glow. You see the opening of the cave. At one point, you think you see a bird fly by, or maybe a little dragon in the distance, but like a small draconic creature. You hear someone sneeze.
Oh, shit. It's Kaislin.
I was gonna say
Kaislin.
Sadhu sneezes.
Yeah.
She puts her
little
nose
snow.
into the hut specifically to sneeze on everybody. And
Kaislyn's like right there, just like.
Bully Kaislin when he's not here to defend himself.
Pretty much. It's usually Eterna she sneezes on, probably. But during that night, a thought comes to your mind, almost like it was a daydream, like something you can't stop. How many of those people still have relatives here? Or what will you find in the mountains? What traces of their lives still exist? You know, you think maybe that court magician is still alive, hopefully. You know, Rosalie and Kaisa would know a lot about her if she's still alive. No, well. That was probably the Holy Disruptor, you think. What a strange, strange moment. More than anything right now, you probably just wish you could talk to Asha. But for some reason, there's one person that still does not beckon at your door. Whatever that reason is. So, you wonder what will happen next, probably. Maybe another vision will come. Or maybe not. That's all we're going to end it for today. We'll catch you in the next stream. And remember, no matter the outcome, always let the dice roll. Good night, bye! Bye, see you guys, bye! Adios.